Hello, my friends and fellow seekers. I hope everyone is doing great. Today, I'm going to take an even deeper dive into the now, what I would consider front burner Sarah Boone Suitcase case. Now, we've probably heard all of these recordings at least once, twice, maybe more. But I just want to listen closer and just listen to what she says, how she acts. And I think she's consistently been annoying, at least to me, among other things. And obviously, I don't want to do any analyzing because I'm not a psychiatrist, psychologist, lawyer, but you can go to two of my favorite places if you want to learn about the law aspects of it, and that is Peter from Lawyer You Know, and then from the psychological aspect of it, Dr. Barry. They both do a wonderful job of laying it out for you. But I would venture to say she's probably a narcissist, and she doesn't listen. And let's see, among many other things, but this is the 911 call.
What is the location of your emergency? 4748 France Court, apartment 3.
4748, what's the street name?
France, Frantz.
And the apartment number?
3.
Is this a police or medical?
My boyfriend is dead.
Okay, send the line for the fire department. Do not hang up.
Fire risk. That's the location, Mercy.
That's 32.
No, please don't leave.
4748 France Lane, apartment 3.
France Court.
France Court.
Yes.
Okay, is this near Mackenzie Drive?
I don't know where that is.
Okay, fine, okay.
It's Gilwood Park Apartments.
Okay, 4748 France, correct?
Correct.
All right, correct. Now tell me exactly what happened there.
My boyfriend and I were playing last night, and I put him in a suitcase and we were playing. And
Okay.
Dear God.
like kind of hide and seek kind of thing. So I fell asleep and I woke up and he was dead in the suitcase. So I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
Sarah, you do know what happened. You zipped him in a suitcase. That's what happened. And he couldn't breathe.
Right, okay, what's the apartment number?
3.
Apartment 3?
Yes, like he had like blood coming out of his mouth, and I don't know, like he had like an aneurysm or what happened.
Right, okay,
Sure.
all right, okay. Listen, we're getting help on there too. All right, okay. Okay,
Now?
okay, yeah, man, listen, we're on our way out there. You're at 407-716-8684. Okay, you hanging from somewhere or what, ma'am?
No, I pulled him out of the suitcase.
Do you know how bizarre that sounds? Is he hanging from somewhere, ma'am? No, I pulled him out of a suitcase. And trust me, I am not laughing. This is in no disrespect to George, who deserves justice and had a horrendous ending to his life. It's just her. And how, can you imagine being on the other end of the 911 call and hearing that? No, he wasn't hanging from somewhere. He was in a suitcase. And it's going to be, I fell asleep.
Giving him CPR.
Okay, so he was in a suitcase?
Yes, and I fell asleep.
Sarah.
Okay, how old is the boyfriend, ma'am? 42-year-old man. All right. Okay, we're sending help out there. Sheriff's officer out there?
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
sorry?
Yeah, okay. All right, listen to me. Okay, I just need to confirm this one. I
This is
just need to confirm this. Is he awake at all? Is he conscious at all?
No. He's purple.
Is he breathing?
No.
All right. I need you to get him on the floor, flat on his back for me, okay?
I did. I tried giving him CPR.
All right.
I tried giving him CPR.
Yeah, okay,
There's
well,
no, but nothing happened. He's purple.
okay, listen to me. There's a
We
defibrillator
know.
available. I need you to get it for me, okay?
What is
You have
it?
an AED, you have an AED available?
No.
All right, you right by him now?
I'm sorry?
Are you right by him now?
Yes.
Okay, lay him flat on his, okay, ma'am, listen. Listen, is
see?
he cold and stiff?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, he's not necessarily cold, but he's stiff.
Oh,
All
God.
right, okay. All right, listen
Yes,
to me.
we know he's purple.
Listen to me. I want you to lay him flat on his back for me on the floor.
I did.
Removing the pillows, okay.
Yes, I did.
All right, okay. Wait.
He's stiff and purple.
Right, okay, listen. Okay, man, that's fine. We're still going to do compression to him, okay? All right? Place the heel of your hand on his breastbone, right in center of the chest, right between the nipples.
Yes.
Put your other hand on top of that hand.
Baby, I'm telling you. Just by looking at him, you can tell.
Okay.
Ah! Please. Okay, he just gurgled.
Okay, listen to me. All right, I want you to place the heel of your hand, okay, right between his chest, right between his breastbones.
Yes.
Put your other hand on top of that hand.
Yes,
We want to pump his chest to me hard and fast, going to the twice per second.
I'm doing it again.
Okay, no, just keep on pumping. That's all you need to do for me. Keep on pumping his chest for me. I don't need you to stop and talk or anything. I just want you to count out loud.
Hear him? Do not stop and talk. She will not be quiet. She's a terrible listener.
For me, okay?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This is amazing.
Okay, man,
Sarah.
keep on pumping his chest. That's all you need to do for me, okay?
Yes. Come on, please. Hurry up.
Okay, ma'am, they're driving here as fast as they can. Okay, don't stop to say hurry up. Just keep on pumping and counting.
Don't stop and say, hurry up. Yeah, I'm going to keep stopping through this. Y'all can watch this fully if you don't want commentary, but I'm just breaking this down. She keeps saying, she's telling them to hurry, not listening to the instructions. And she has been up in bed for what? Probably 12 hours, 10, 11, 12 hours. And she's telling them to hurry. The audacity. And personally, to me, it doesn't sound like to me that she's really doing the chest compressions. You know, you'd be hearing this 1, 2. There'd be a I think she's just counting.
I'm still doing it while I'm talking to you, okay?
Okay.
But just listen, Sarah.
Still doing it.
All right, just continue pumping his chest. Count out, I'll take a count with you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Please hurry.
Okay, ma'am, they're getting here as fast as they can, okay?
He's stiff and he's purple.
I think they got the message there.
Okay. Keep pumping his chest for me, ma'am.
I'm still doing it, okay? Still doing it. Just don't make me count.
Right, okay, that's fine. Just you do a good job. Just keep on doing it for me. That's all right. They're getting here as fast as they can, along with the sheriff's office also, okay?
Please.
Okay. Keep on pumping, ma'am. 1,
We were playing hide
2,
and seek.
3, 4.
We're playing
1,
hide and seek.
2, 3,
Lord.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep on pumping for me, ma'am.
I'm doing it. Believe me, I'm doing it, okay? We were playing
Okay.
hide and seek.
Okay.
Don't talk, Sarah.
All right, I understand.
Bless
All
this
right,
man.
keep on pumping for me, okay? Okay.
Please hurry. This
Right,
is
okay.
horrible. This is horrific.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? Like, what happened?
Okay, ma'am, just keep on pumping his chest for me, okay? They're in the parking lot. They should be up there shortly, okay?
I'm still doing it, okay?
All right, okay, good. And you found him in a suitcase, you said?
Yes.
Oh, God.
We were playing hide and seek last night. I fell asleep.
Oh, my God.
I think they're here.
Right, just keep on pumping his chest until they take over, okay?
I am.
Okay.
I am.
Okay.
I am.
Okay.
Open. Come in. Can I stop pumping now?
Let that take over for you, okay?
When was the last time anybody saw him? Last night. We were playing hide and seek. He hid in the dictator. Okay. But unfortunately, he's been down too long. There's nothing we can record him.
Hello, ma'am.
And so we're there, obviously.
All right.
Yeah, that's my boyfriend. Is your boyfriend? Okay. Does he have any kind of medical? No. No, not that I know of.
Hello?
Hey, ma'am, the fire department's going to take care of you now, okay? Yeah, so we'll see you there.
All righty. Hello, ma'am. Is still there? Hello?
So I don't know the exact timeline, but we can probably figure it out. I think there's so much on here. But the thing was, I think she went upstairs about, I'm just going to say around anywhere between 11:30 that night, went upstairs, and I fell asleep, like she's going to say. And when she came downstairs later that day, I think they're getting ready to talk to her ex-husband, Brian Boone. What happened is her ex-husband, Brian, got through to her because he'd been calling, I believe, and he'll say in a minute, he started calling her the night before because it was her day to pick up their son, Lucas. And apparently this is a thing that happened a lot. And so he kept trying to call her. And when he finally did get hold of her, I guess that's when she told him about George. And he said, well, call 911 first. And she, begged him, please come over here. So he initially did all the calling, but I believe that she called him while he was on his way there saying, hurry, hurry, being demanding as always. So let's listen to a little bit of this. She's going to go, but I fell asleep. And she's going to be thirsty. She's going to want a Dr. Pepper. She's going to want a cigarette. And she's going to want to try to go through the crime scene. No, Sarah, no. Okay, here we go.
You can't go back inside. What's going on? Who is he to you? Boyfriend?
Yes, for like 3.5 years.
What happened?
He and I, we drank last night. We had a
Can you pass this to the around to the FD guys? Stop. They need to sign that for sure.
They're with me, so they're
Oh, they're not leaving?
I
Okay.
think I will for
No. Each of them has to. So this might be a real scene. So each of them has to put their name.
Normally I just put everybody.
Yeah, you call her working.
What's going on?
So
I just got here, so fill me in.
no problem. Like,
Yeah, I'll
he
just
and I
go for
were
it.
putting a puzzle together. We've been doing some artwork together.
You were putting a puzzle together?
Yes, we have a puzzle that we started in there.
Okay.
Sounds so stupid.
Doing art, trying to take the stuff off the wall to make new art put up there, like having a good time with one another. But we're drinking. We had a bottle of wine last night.
Okay.
So then it's like we decided to play hide and seek, right?
Okay.
So he gets in the suitcase. Okay,
Who is this guy?
that's my ex-husband, my former husband.
How did he live here with you guys?
No, I called him over here.
Gosh.
Okay.
I didn't know what to do.
Okay.
I didn't know what to do. So then he came
Shouldn't
over
have
here.
Here, let's
slipped
talk
him in the
inside.
suitcase.
I called you guys. I tried giving you the problem is I fell asleep. I fell asleep
When did you do CPR?
this morning when I found it.
Before you called?
Yes,
1 o'clock right now.
I tried.
Look at it. She's like, you notice how she had that attitude? Yes. And I'm like thinking, you took your sweet time. You berated the poor man. And she's acting like, oh, she's a fool.
I was awake, but I actually got out of the bed at like 12:30ish, whatever. So I came downstairs and I was like, oh, he's in the suitcase still. And that's when I found him and I took him out and I tried doing CPR and then I called him and then I called you guys.
Did he get here before the fire department got here?
Who?
Your husband or your
Yes.
ex-husband?
Yes.
Okay. Where did you live at?
Right down the street.
Okay. So you were playing and who picked him up? And
I did. But then I fell asleep.
Okay.
Calm down, Sarah. Oh, gosh.
You're okay. I wasn't here. I'm just trying to figure out what
I
happened.
fell asleep, so I don't know if he suffocated her. Like, had an
Ugh, what do you
aneurysm or
think? He
heart
begged
attack or
you.
What
what.
kind of medical conditions does he have?
None that I know of.
Nothing that you know of.
None
You
that I
didn't take
know
any
of.
medicine
No.
last night?
No.
No medicine.
All we had was a bottle of wine. Literally, just a bottle of wine.
Okay.
Doing puzzle artwork. Then we decided to play hide and seek. That's all that happened.
Okay.
So I don't
Well.
know if he had a heart attack or what in there. Like, I don't know what happened.
So how long were you doing CPR on him prior to you calling 911? You tried that all morning?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I called him while I was
What
doing
time
CPR.
did you start? Probably, give me a rough ballpark. Here, let me fill this deputy in, okay?
Please, may I have my Dr. Pepper? I am
Hold on,
so
one
cotton
second,
mouth
one
right
second.
now.
No, you're not. No, you can't get your
Ma'am,
Dr.
you
Pepper.
can't talk to him until we get done. We'll come for you.
So demanding. She's showing no grief. No grief over him. It's so infuriating.
Okay, so you don't live here in this house?
No. I live down in Lake Renata.
He'll give us a better timeline here.
Okay. So kind of tell me how you came here today, or
Well, I've been calling.
come down here and kind of talk to me.
I've been calling since.
You've been calling your ex-wife or current wife?
Yes.
Okay.
No. Ex-wife.
He's hell no,
For
hell
a
no.
year
I'm
and a
done with
half.
that.
About 11:30 is when I started calling to find out because this is supposed to be her day. So, child.
Okay.
She's generally not very good about always doing it. She tends to drink.
They called back and said she was still there, or he came back.
So I was calling to find out if she was going to be getting him.
So you notice he said something about drink. All that drinking's going to come into play. But now, are they going to do something like try to say she had like an alcohol blackout or something? I don't know.
Not today.
From school?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I started calling like 11:30, called every half hour or so, and then
She was back and said a
I
lot.
finally got a hold of her at 12:49.
Oh wow, 12:49.
She told me what was going on and if I'd come over here, so I came over.
She called at 12:45.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or 12:49.
12:49.
Got over here, told her she needed to call 911, get somebody over here, and then basically she said she needed to go outside, have a drink and a cigarette. I
Of
walked
course.
back out of the house because I didn't really want to
Who
be
called?
there.
Did you call or did she call?
Well, I called. She called me back when I was on my way to make sure I was coming over. But I called her.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh,
okay.
she just cannot.
But I called her initially.
While her
Water in your car,
boyfriend's suffering,
by any chance?
suffocating in the suitcase. So demanding.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Okay, so she called. You get over here.
I called her first.
Okay.
Trying to find out if she's going to get Lucas. That's the way everything's going on. I got my stuff together, put the puppy up in his crate. When I was starting to drive over here is when she called me to make sure I was coming, and then I got over here right after
Did you
that.
go inside and see, and then?
I walked inside the front. I didn't see the little front tile area.
Come on, step this way.
I saw legs. I just didn't really want to be in there around it, so I told her.
Well, just for the sake of the crime scene, I want to know if I were to find your footprint, it would be because you went this far into the house. So did you actually make entry past the threshold?
I don't think I ever made it to the carpet. I think it was just in that. I've been over here before.
Right. Yeah.
But no, I don't think I stepped past that tile area.
Okay. So
I touched doorknob. I don't think I touched anything in the kitchen. I don't know if that really matters.
Yeah. Okay, so that's pretty much the gist of what you have. Well, sit tight for us. We're going to make a few phone calls, and then we'll go from there. Do you know if he has any medical issues, or?
I don't.
Okay, but you've met him before?
I've met him before, yes.
Okay.
Yes, they've got a full fun history.
Oh, really?
Oh, you guys have called over here twice.
For the two of them?
Yeah, he's been arrested like 5 times for this minister, so.
Really? Okay, I'm not familiar with him. I haven't been here personally. So they have
He's currently on parole because of it, so.
Because of domestic violence with her?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, the last time he got, file something or other. He had to go to a domestic violence class.
Okay.
I know he was doing it at a parole officer, stuff like that. But I mean, like, every time she'd have him arrested, the next day she was trying to get bailed out too. So,
Very toxic relationship.
Oh, she's getting water from the tap. Probably gonna pass out on us. Okay, well listen.
Did you hear her? She said she's getting water from the tap. Oh, Lord.
Give me a I'll make a few
not a
phone
problem.
calls.
I mean,
Where's your kid need to be picked up?
Lakeline Elementary.
How soon though?
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock,
I
okay.
normally leave out.
Let me try and get this going for you because I know you need that.
Okay, so there all that is. And all this time, she's not saying anything. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't. You know, it's all about, she has no concern that he passed. She's just worried about her comforts, her Dr. Pepper that's on the counter, and I guess she finally drank the tap water, and she fell asleep, and he's stiff and purple, and he gurgled. You hear that over and over again. He fell asleep. Oh my gosh.
Torres, spell it for me. Torres. And his first name? George, Jorge. 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 His birthday?
2/13/78.
And this is the boyfriend.
Yes.
How long?
3.5 years.
Living together that whole time?
Yes.
Okay. And your last name?
Boone.
Spell it.
Boone.
First name?
Sarah. Sarah.
Birthday?
10/10/77.
So, you've had a second to kind of collect yourself. Tell it to me again. You guys were playing last night, drinking a bottle of wine,
Putting puzzles together, doing
doing
artwork.
puzzles, artwork.
I had a bottle of wine and then decided to play hide and seek. So he
What
gets,
time was that? Do you remember?
I mean, I know that I was in bed probably by like what, 12:30?
Okay.
Well, I went upstairs at least and I fell asleep.
Okay.
Forgetting that he was
So
in
you
the
guys were
suitcase.
playing the hide and go seek.
Yes.
And at some point you put him in the suitcase?
No, he got in the suitcase. So he thought it'd be funny to be put in the suitcase. So I was
You
like,
were
okay,
laughing.
well, I'm going to joke with you and I'll zip you up and make him, you know, squirm a little bit, whatever it is.
He
And then I
squirmed.
fell asleep. I fell asleep.
Where was the suitcase?
Right
You
where
got
it
in
is.
it? Right down there?
Yes.
You zipped him in there?
Yes.
Thought it would be funny, a little
It
joke?
was. We both were laughing about it.
Okay.
And then I fell asleep.
Did anyone hear George laughing? He wasn't laughing. Sarah it was her own joke she was laughing at.
Where did you fall asleep at?
Upstairs.
In your bedroom?
Yes.
Okay.
Totally forgetting that he was in the suitcase still.
Okay. And then you came back downstairs
This morning, or this
around
afternoon, yes, when I got up.
ballpark, what time?
12:30-ish. I was awake, but I totally forgot that he was in the suitcase. He can tell you there's a lot of things that we think of. Jobs,
Yeah, he did tell me.
life, all that good stuff. So I just totally
So you
forgot.
began to do CPR on him?
Yes. Yes.
About
And he
what time
gurgled.
this morning
He
did you
gurgled.
start doing that CPR?
No, it was the afternoon. It was afternoon because
afternoon?
I was awake, but then I finally decided to come downstairs at like 12:30-ish, whatever it is, and I was like, I forgot he was in the suitcase, and he wasn't moving, nothing was happening, so I unzipped him, took him out and started doing CPR on him. He was on his way over here. I called you when he got here.
Once he got here, you called us?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
well,
like air was coming out and he was gurgling, but I could just tell by looking at him.
But you knew how to do CPR, you were doing that on your own?
Yes.
Okay.
And then
All
the
right.
person that was on the phone with me also, I counted with him doing
And
it.
he's got no medical, he doesn't take any medication?
I don't know. Like, I don't know medical wise. Like, what I know he doesn't take any medications whatsoever.
Okay.
The only thing, like I said, I don't know if alcohol had something to do with it, but we had a bottle of wine.
Okay. All right. Here, I want you to sit back down because I don't want
Can
you
I have one more sip of water, please?
Yeah, go on.
watch Sarah go drink out of the faucet.
I'll do what I can to get you a cup because I don't want you to have to keep doing that.
Yeah, she didn't need a cup.
The cups are like right there.
Sit right here. Don't talk to the ex-husband right
Oh,
now.
I won't.
okay?
I won't. Can I have a cigarette, please?
Ma'am, I can't take anything out of the house.
It's on the back porch.
Nope, all of it. Sure, okay? I'll try my
Forget
best
it.
to get you what you need, okay? Maybe one of these deputies has a pack from someone, sit down and I'll try and get you what you need, okay?
Just cut, please.
Okay.
Lord, she's so... Look at her. Even now during a time of duress, she is batshit crazy.
He decided to get in the suitcase, so I thought it would be funny to, and he was laughing about it too,
Mm-hmm.
to dip him up in there. I go upstairs and fell asleep. So this morning this afternoon when I actually got up out of the bed, I thought for sure he was downstairs on the laptop because he was really quiet. But then I came upstairs and I'm like, where is he? Like, and then that's when I found him.
Okay.
I don't know what happened.
Oh, I think
Okay.
we know. He's
And then you weren't sure about if you woke up this morning
It was afternoon. I mean, I was
or
awake,
this afternoon.
but I just didn't want to come downstairs. So
Okay.
I just laid in the bed for a little while. And then I eventually came downstairs. And
Sounds so
where
bad.
he was, and then I was like, oh my God, he's in the suitcase still. So I pulled him out, and I stretched him out, and I started trying to do CPR on him. I called you guys. Well, I called Brian.
Okay.
And then as soon as he got here, which is 30 seconds down the road, I called you guys.
Okay.
And the person on the phone had me do the concussions continually still and count with him until you guys showed up.
Okay. And so as a part of our investigation, we obviously have to go inside the house. We have to look at things. Are you okay with us
Yes.
going in the house and looking at things?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And forensics, so we have to have our forensics crime scene investigators come out.
Uh-huh.
Are you also okay with them coming inside,
Do
taking
whatever you need to
photographs
do.
and
Whatever
okay.
you need to do.
Okay.
Can I ask, is Ryan, I'm sorry, George, was he diagnosed with any kind of medical history?
Not that I know of. Not that I know of. I don't know. I mean, he doesn't take drugs. I mean, we'll have the occasional bottle of wine here and there, but I don't know, like...
That was going to be my next question. So
I
you guys don't normally drink, you just drink once in a while, or?
Well, I'm gonna say, like, okay, I guess normal drinking is, like, we will have, like, a glass of wine or two, like, while we're cooking dinner, sure, and we'll play a board game with him, I mean, all the games are in there. But, I mean, it's not, like...
A couple of beers a day, isn't
Well,
it?
but I don't understand, though, like, for the little bit that we had, like, we not had anything to do with it. Like, I don't know if he had a heart attack or a stroke or a aneurysm or what happened to him. I don't know.
Suffocated.
Were you guys together all day yesterday? Okay. Here?
Yes.
Like neither of you left the apartment yesterday?
I think he drove up to the convenience store to get cigarettes.
Okay.
But I mean, you could walk there.
Does he have any history of consuming drugs? I know he doesn't now, because you said he doesn't, but
I don't know.
as far as you've ever known him, you've never
No.
seen him?
No. I mean, he's from Philadelphia, and he grew up in Philadelphia, and then he went to Massachusetts, and then from Massachusetts he came down here, so...
What does that have to do with the price of tea in China or whatever we call it? So they just asked her questions like had he had health issues or anything before. She said, well, he had to have surgery. He and his brother got in this fight, and he had to have facial reconstruction, and he was in the hospital, but that has nothing to do with health issues. But she went on and on about that. So I just skipped over that because I'm just kind of trying to get little bits and pieces here because I have the full, I think both full interviews. I have a playlist, so check it out. I even have a complete interview audio of the husband talking about Sarah and how it was when they were married.
And the suitcase is still in there?
Yep,
Is it normally stored down there? Or did you guys travel recently?
No, he was going to start putting some of the, what do you call it, donations in there, so that's why...
That's why it's out?
Yes.
Okay. You guys didn't recently travel somewhere or anything like that?
After you zipped them up, did you move the bag around and mess with them at all, or you just zipped it up and walked away and
I both
laughing?
were laughing about it, but I went upstairs and I fell asleep.
Okay. But what position was he in when you put him, when he went in? Was he sitting on his rear end and his head up and he just kind of bent over?
Okay, so like this is the suitcase. Like this was his head and then his knees right here and his feet were down.
So he was laying on his side?
Yes. Yes.
You just closed the flap and zipped it around?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe we were playing.
Understandable? Okay.
So he said that I needed to tell you guys about his family? Like, who do I talk to about that?
We're gonna do that once we walk through and see.
Oh, Sarah. Oh, what do I do about his family? Yeah. This is Sarah. I zipped up George in a suitcase. We were playing hide and seek, but I fell asleep. And about 10 to 12 hours later, I went down and he was stiff and purple and he gurgled and blah, 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 blah. Please.
Yeah, we're gonna.
I'm just telling you, like,
this is gonna be a
I'm
while.
afraid for my life. I want you to know that. I am afraid for my life.
Seriously.
His family have never liked me. I'm the blue-eyed white devil, is what they call me.
Blue-eyed white devil. You know, here it is. Okay. Once again, first she was turning it all on herself. She wanted Dr. Pepper. She wanted a cigarette that was on the balcony. She wanted to go get Dr. Pepper off the counter. And the cigarette was on the balcony, which would mean she'd have to go through the crime scene. But my gosh, she has to, she's thirsty. And now she's going to talk about his family, how they don't like her. Again, turning it all on her.
So, they've never liked me. They've never taken me in. They've never accepted me. I'll put it that way.
Have you called any of them?
We talked to his daughters yesterday.
No, I mean, like, about this.
Sarah.
Does
No.
anyone know? Okay.
That's
So
why
no one's gonna know until we will be making that notification. So
they're going to
it's
kill me.
okay.
Do
Well,
they live local?
Yes, they're down the road. They're going to kill me. His kids are going to kill me. They're going to.
They are going, okay. The family, and yeah, that's right. George did have children. I don't know how old they were, but now they're all going to kill her. Why would she say that?
Kill me. This was not intentional.
okay.
And they're not going to understand that. They're not going to accept it.
Well, frankly, Sarah, none of us understand or accept it.
We're gonna do a thorough investigation, and we will definitely make sure that you don't feel scared when we leave here. Okay.
And
When we
my
leave.
9-year-old.
Well, he's at school. He's with your husband.
I know. Well, if
Ex-husband.
he...
Your husband said that, or your ex-husband said he made arrangements for your 9-year-old to be picked up.
Oh, okay, Mom. Probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're going to go aside if that's okay.
Yes, please, but you guys just keep me posted.
Of
So I
course.
know what's going on.
Yes, ma'am.
And don't...
All you have to do is get their attention if you have a question or you need to talk to us. He's standing right there. She'll be right here.
Yeah. Okay, but will you guys tell me, like, so you're telling me, like, you won't call whoever it is without telling me, right?
No.
I mean, I have all their phone numbers.
We're not calling. We're not making phone calls. We're actually gonna speak to them in person.
Yeah.
We
That'll be
are.
later
They're
on.
going to...
Not you, Sarah.
It'll be
You'll know
later.
prior to us making any
I'm
contact.
not going to be here. They're going to kill me.
Okay.
Nobody's going to
We'll
kill you.
address all of that, okay, before we leave. Okay?
This was...
Okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Just stay seated, okay, Sarah? I know you're panicking, okay? Just relax. We'll come and talk to you.
Again, she's more worried about herself, about what his family is going to do, which she should be. Sarah, stressing out. Stressing out as she should be. She's got to know. She's got to know.
Well, we're
You don't
here,
know
so
anything, though? Like, why? Or how?
So we will not know the answer to that because we're not. So what's gonna happen is he's gonna go to the prosecutor's office and he'll have what's called an autopsy. Yeah. That'll be first thing tomorrow morning. I'll know a lot, hopefully a lot more tomorrow morning as far as him. But I cannot. There's no way I could say how, why.
So just by looking at him, like, why is he purple?
Oh, that's normal.
This is dead.
When someone passes away, lividity turns.
So it's a heart stops beating, the blood starts to settle to the lowest points of the body. And then you'll see it becomes very pronounced. So that's the infection. It's called a public bleeding. It happens every night.
I'm, like, really scared. I want you guys to know that.
You have all these deputies here, so while we're here, nothing's going to happen to you. Before we go and make any notification.
She's scared. And she's just zipped her boyfriend in a suitcase. What is she scared of? It's all about her, not about, oh my gosh, poor George. Oh my gosh, I loved him so much. Nope, nothing. It's all about Sarah.
You'll have plenty of time to leave or do what you need to do. Whatever you need to do.
She said, run.
Okay?
No,
We'll talk
Sarah.
about that more in length, but yeah, it's not going to be a
paperwork real
surprise.
quick, and then.
But like, I don't like. This was totally like not intentional. Like, that's what I'm scared about too. Like.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have all the answers. We'll have a lot more answers tomorrow after medical examiner looks at it. Like she said, what you're seeing here is common. This is us coming out.
Protocol.
Yeah. His age, no real medical history that
That
we
I know of.
For him to have passed away, we come out.
I know.
Yeah. We come out and do an investigation. Medical examiner's office, we sending people out. This is what we do. If he was 75 years old and had a history of heart condition, we wouldn't be here.
I just don't know what I don't know what it is.
Exactly. And that's what we're here to find out. We're just here to get the answers. The answers that you want, the answers that his family's
I
going to
just
want.
really want to see my son. Like, I really need to see my son. I mean, I know I can't go anywhere, but.
Right.
So, do I just, like, sit out here and wait for you guys?
If you would, yes, please.
Is anybody else having to show up, or everybody's here that needs to be here?
My team's here that needs to be here. The medical examiners will show up when we call them, but we're not ready for them yet. So they're going to take him, they're going to take some photos, take him, but that's towards the end of it. And they'll be called well in advance when we're ready for them, but we're not ready for them at this point. So we won't be calling them quite yet. Okay? So like I said, I got to go do some paperwork. They're going to chat with some people, and then we're going to come back and talk to you if you're okay with that. So just give us a little bit more time. Like I said, I need to go and do that.
So, but do you guys tell his family, like, today or after tomorrow?
We have to.
It's the law.
We have to go make contact with them.
Yeah.
They have to be notified.
Once our investigation is pretty much complete here, once we leave here, we will be going to.
But again, you'll know. I'm not going to just go and do it without you knowing. You'll know. We'll talk to you prior to doing anything like that.
But how, I mean, I understand what you guys and how you do it, and, you know, so, but, like, what do you just tell him? What do you tell his parents? Like, what's the reason passed away?
We tell them what we know at that point.
Yeah.
We tell them the truth.
The truth, Sarah.
And that we're going to be waiting for the autopsy results, and I will be at the autopsy in the morning, and hopefully the doctor will be able to give me some of what they think and see.
We'll give them their number. They can contact them and get it, you know.
So yeah, they're gonna know what we're here, what we're investigating, and that we're still.
They're gonna think I killed him.
Why would they think that?
They always have said that. They've always have said that.
What have they
I
said?
told you it's because I'm the blue-eyed white dragon. That's what they call me. Because they don't want him with me. So he's basically just not really been around his family.
Again, we're turning it all inward to ourselves and about her feelings and about his family never accepting her. And, oh my gosh, she's so selfish. I'd say narcissist, but hey, I don't know. But worrying about her, and it's always about, oh, what they did to her, they're going to think I did it. Why, Sarah? They always said I was going to do it. Boy, that sounds, okay.
Because he chooses me over them.
Not anymore.
I've encouraged him numerous times to go over there and see his family. Where they never accepted me. Everybody in his family has come to kick my ass. So, especially his sister. He had to pull her off me one time.
Do you have somewhere safe that you can go tonight?
Both my parents are deceased. My grandparents are deceased. My aunt and uncle are deceased. I got nobody. I have a brother that's in the Marines, and I've got another one that's in jail.
Did you put him in the suitcase?
Brother that's Marines, is he local?
No. Well, he's in Altamont, but I think he's doing whatever Marine thing he's doing. But the only way...
Your phone's inside, correct?
Yes.
Does he have a phone?
No.
He doesn't have a phone.
He used my phone.
He uses your phone.
Yeah, we
Okay,
did it
share
together.
Poor Brian.
I don't have a problem with it.
Okay.
So,
Well, like I said, we're not going to leave here. If you do not feel safe, we are not going to leave here with you not feeling safe. Because then we're liable.
and then his ex-wife in Philadelphia.
Well, she's in Philadelphia, but yes.
Shoot.
His ex-wife is in Philadelphia. Stop it, Sarah. Oh my God. Okay, she's going to represent herself. She's going to, help us, help us, help us.
A funeral.
Right. But that, you're talking like days and...
She's talking about a funeral?
I'm talking right here, right now. So let me get my investigation. Let me go do this paperwork that I'm talking about, because we can go back and forth about what it's like all day long.
I know, sorry.
I promise we're not going to leave here for you and you not feel safe. Okay? I promise. Please.
Okay. I don't even know what to tell you.
It's okay. Just take
I think you've said enough.
Water. Give us a few minutes. Let us do our thing, and we'll be back to talk to you. I promise. Okay?
Like you said, you need us again, just let them know.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Of course, now Sarah's in the interrogation room. Most of y'all have probably seen this. I'm just going to try to touch on some highlights. Well, let me see. We aren't going to make sure we see Sarah. Because I'm thinking all ahead as this trial will eventually come to pass. Who are going to be potential witnesses? Now, Brian will be. Will it be for Sarah or for the prosecution? Because they've had some challenges, I know. Like I said, check out my playlist. There's some things there that maybe you haven't seen or heard before. But I know that there was one of the letters, she was very mad at Brian because I think he'd stopped paying her alimony, and that her son was kind of saying things, kind of acting disrespectful to Sarah. But while I would say don't be disrespectful to your parent, I kind of get it because she's a mess. I don't think that she was very much of a mother to him. Like I said, if you listen to Brian's audio interview, that will tell you a lot. But I'm just thinking Brian would be a witness. George can't be, obviously. And one thing I noticed in that interview with Brian, he already kind of let the police know about the DV that was going on. But then he also would say that when George did that to Sarah, that she would always end up bailing him out. So, she would change her mind. Not surprising. But, through the interrogation outdoors when they first arrived, how many times did she say, he's purple, he's stiff and purple, and he gurgled, I fell asleep, hurry, we were playing hide and seek. I'm just thinking of all these words. How is it going to come? And the other thing I noticed she kept saying, which I think is going to change, is that they just had one bottle of wine. And then that's just going to come out, the drinking thing. Because I feel like she totally throws George under the bus as far as the drinking. Because I'm sure he drank. But like I said, if you listen to Brian, he'll say that, Sarah drank a lot. And was not always pleasant when she did. And, I just also thought about just how selfish she is. She's so needy. If you notice, she was telling Brian, don't go too far away. And telling the detectives, don't go far away. I'm scared. But yet, then she has no thought about that George's purple, as she kept saying, purple, stiff, gurgly body was lying in her house. But yet she thought more about going in to the patio to get her cigarettes or getting her Dr. Pepper. She said it's just on the counter, which means she would have had to walk through where George was, and that just didn't seem to be so bothersome. Come on, that's just, to me, that's crazy. And then it's all about puzzles and artwork and puzzles and painting. And, I was thinking about when she was saying to one of the things, it was fun when we did hide and go seek, put him in the suitcase. We both laughed. We both thought it was funny. Just going to leave him in there for a little bit, make him squirm a little. And again, keep talking about, we just had a bottle of wine. It's just, I don't know. She is, and I think in here they ask her about, or someone, or maybe it was outside still, they asked her, what do they consider normal drinking? She said, well, a bottle of wine. Just, I don't know. And then, of course, not intentional. And it was crazy because she also said that she went to sleep, and once she woke up that next day, which was close to, I think, 1 in the afternoon, she was awake for about an hour and lay there. You don't think right then she wasn't thinking, why isn't George here? Did she really forget? I mean, the blue-eyed white devil, oh my gosh. And then, she was talking about how, oh my gosh, she's so worried about everything, what everybody's going to think of her. The family is, she just is so negative about everybody. It's everybody's fault but hers. Like George's family, they're going to kill me. Why would they do that? And then they're going to say they're going to kill me. His children are going to kill me. And then she's like, why was he purple? She's very obsessed with the purple thing. I'm sure it did make some sort of impact on her, but I think it was more she was curious than anything. And she's like, why was he purple? And I just want you to know, I'm scared. But it was not intentional. So I feel like in the back of her mind, she knew that probably it wasn't looking good for her. Then it's like, what are you going to tell his parents? I mean, they said, we're going to tell them the truth. And then she kept saying, like his family, they always said that I would kill him. And they're like, again, like, why? Well, I'm the blue-eyed white dragon, whatever the hell she means by that. And the family never accepted her. But George chose her over them. Like, she's always trying to make herself look better than everyone. Like, she's just so... And then she started worrying about his ex-wife who lived in Philadelphia. And I believe that was the female detective that one there who's in the interrogation room now. It was when they were outside still at the apartment complex. And she's like, why would you worry about that? You're thinking about things that you don't even need to be thinking about. Just think about what's happening today. Because Sarah's just like, blah. I mean, and she's getting in here. And like I said, I'll play some of the parts that I think are more interesting. But it was still about, I fell asleep. It wasn't intentional. My question is, though, I'm surprised because they read her Miranda rights. And the way Sarah's supposed to be so smart and organized and have everything all together, why the hell didn't she call or quit talking, which she did way too much of, and request an attorney? I'm surprised she didn't do that, because she's always about her rights and, nothing's ever fair. And I have no idea why she didn't do that. And then, they started talking about, during here, they started talking about the results of George's autopsy. And, they said that he did have injuries, like scratches on his neck. And Sarah's like, I know what that's from. And she goes, sex. Oh dear, poor George. I'm sorry you had to go out like that. And then they said something about that there was something on his head, like he had a bump or contusion or something on his head. So like, what in the world happened? And the funny thing is, she kept saying multiple times, neither one of us, I'm just telling y'all right now, we did not put a hand on each other. We didn't put a hand on each other. So she doesn't know how those things got there. However, she was the only one there, so it had to have been from her. Because remember, they even talked about it. That at some points during the recording of that horrible video of George in the suitcase was flipped over. And, that was questioned to, like, if he was supposed to be able to get his finger into the opening of the suitcase and open it, he sure as hell wasn't going to be able to do it if it was upside down. And that is just, I still think that somehow she pushed, I don't know how she would have gotten it down the stairs, but maybe she did. I don't know what happened. Or maybe it was just her flipping it over. But I remember one of the neighbors had said they heard this terrible thump. And she just kept saying over and over, we didn't get into it. It was a good day. It was a good time. Paint, puzzles, play. I didn't touch him. She goes, we've been good. And then the male detective in there asked her, he goes, well, what's your definition of good? And she kind of looked at him and she clasps her hand to her chest and says, I've been good. And immediately she turns on George. She says something like, I don't think you understand. He comes for me. So all of a sudden, it's like it was a good day. It was good. It was blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, he comes for me. Where did that come from? And she said, she kept going on about his drinking, saying that, I think she said he was a belligerent drunk, and tells them, she goes, because she knew, of course, they had collected her phone and a laptop that I believe her son Lucas, she goes, oh, you'll see in the phone. And she started talking about all of these injuries that George had given her from the DV. And she goes, oh, you'll see. And she keeps saying that, Brian will probably tell you. So, it's like, ask Brian. And it's just like, blah, 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 blah. You'll see in the phone. Now, did she really not remember that she did it, or did she do it and think that maybe she erased it? And so after she was saying all this, how horrible he was, I think it was the male detective said, so why do you stay? And then she started pretend weeping. She goes, I know. That's what everyone asks me. And this is when it's like what I call patting Sarah on the back. Her patting herself on the back. And she's like, but I helped him. I bailed him out. I went to all of his hearings. I went to the state, to the public defender. And then she went on to keep saying how much George drinks. Just going on and on about his drinking. But then she flips, much like she did a suitcase. And then she acts sad, like loving in a sense towards George, and saying he had such pride in his job, and his manager was awful. Again, everybody's awful. And his ex-wife was bonkers. I think they were saying something like, what does this have anything to do with what we're talking about? Yeah. And so can't you imagine this is how she was with her lawyers, and especially most recently Patricia Cashman. Can you imagine? I mean, you can see her right now, and I will play more of her. And she always, it was like, she said something like, George always had something on his mind. And that's why she got the puzzles and the paint for them to, to engage in and enjoy and have their good day and their good time. She says, you'll see. And then now she flipped back. Then she flipped back and said, you'll see, I'm telling you, you're going to see on my phone all the videos of the terrible things George did to me. And then one of the detectives in there said, But you said you just had the one bottle of wine. You said that you all weren't drunk. The way you're talking about George, you're saying he's a raging alcoholic. And then it's almost like, no, we weren't drunk. And it wasn't intentional. We weren't drunk. We're not drunk and it's not intentional. And then she goes blathering on about the day that they had the good day. They did the puzzles and the paint. And then George put on this music that she really didn't like listening to because it was kind of rough around the edges, I guess the lyrics or something. Again, what does this have to do with anything? But she was saying, I was so happy. Things were going so well. And George has learned to communicate better through his classes he's been taking. And George was saying something to the effect of, we're going to get through this. And she says he really has learned to communicate better. So you see what I'm saying? The back and forth. He's horrible. Oh, but he's learning to communicate. I was so happy. It was a good day. I kid you not. No one knew George better than me. I'm sure she thinks she did. I'm pretty sure I made it to the part, and it's right after she says, no one knew George better than me. I knew George better than he knew himself. And I think now she's going to start doing some more bragging about all the wonderful things she's accomplished. Hopefully I'm at the right spot.
And I tried in every way, shape, and form. Ask everyone. I helped him. I took care of him. I missed him a lot, and I didn't even sleep last night.
Aw, poor thing.
I miss him a lot.
I mean, is there any chance it got to be too much for you and you couldn't handle taking care of him and
I never stopped.
trying to...
I never stopped. That's what I'm here for. I never stopped. I'm here now because I'm still trying to help him.
Yeah, we just don't... I mean, it's unexplainable how...
How can she still help him now? Maybe you could help him by just telling the truth.
He got these injuries and
I have no idea.
you were the only one with him.
100% right hand to God. I have no idea how he got them. Nobody touched anybody. Nobody touched anybody.
Okay. You had mentioned that you would take photos, videos, just kind of like a proof and just in general.
Yeah, I started documenting at one point, but that was way before, I think, the last time that he got arrested, where he was flying off the deep end. But then I had him bailed out. I got him out of jail.
Right.
But because he had violated the pretrial diversion, this time it's probation, so you don't have a choice in it. You have to go see your probation officer. You have to go to these classes. It's court ordered.
Mm-hmm.
Where it took him a while to get used to it and understand they're not messing around. I even went down and met his probation officer, which I say she's wonderful. That's one of my questions that I need to talk to you about. Hugged me and said how much she knows that I take care of him. She called me personally one time when George was at work, when he was working. 42-minute phone call. She and I just saying how grateful she is that George has me. And she knows how hard I'm working to help him, just as she is and just as the classes will. So once he started actually going on a regular basis to the probation officer and then to his substance abuse class and his, I don't know what BIP stands for, Matters Intervention Program, and actually listening to what it is everyone had to say, he changed. Like I could see a change in him, where before lashing out, he would think about it. And would always come home and show me his papers, and we would look over his papers together. Where it's like, wow, you actually are learning this in class? And some of the stuff that they would show them, like videos, he would come home and be like, Sarah, I'm so sorry for what I've done to you. Because for a video that he watches, to make him feel that way, where it's like, oh man, I have done her wrong. But he's changed. He changed.
And that's why you're still with him, even though he's done all these things to you. And
when I tell you I love him, I love him.
Even when you love somebody, you have limits.
Everybody tells me that. All my neighbors still tell me that. The office, property manager.
At some point, somebody gets enough, then they have to do something to defend themselves.
I would just flee, and I don't know if you would like to see on my phone, or I think it's actually on a laptop. I actually, because, and you have to understand too, I have, like, prior to classes in PO, kicked him out. How many times? I had him arrested. How many times?
But you also went down and bailed him
I know.
the next day.
I know.
What's on your laptop?
What was I going to tell you? Oh, previously, I actually looked up how to file a restraining order.
Okay.
Because I would kick him out, his parents, because of them.
Why is she talking about the past if she's done all this wonderful stuff to help him, and now he's communicating better and he improved and all of this stuff? Why is she dredging up the past, all of this stuff? And I don't know if they ever found anything about him on the computer or the phone. If they did, I'd be curious to know if they did. But I'm just like, it's like she goes back and forth. Oh, I was so, I'm so proud of him. I love him. He improved. He did all this. But now I'm looking up getting a restraining order. That's why she has hundreds and hundreds, all these pages of her letters. And that's probably why Patricia Cashman says you're bringing up things that don't even have anything to do with the trial. Kind of like what she's doing now. And I'm going to say, Sarah, why the hell didn't you bring a lawyer in here with you? Her choice, though.
Constantly having to take him back in, his bags of clothes, all his stuff. The last time, the father came out and irate and just not even, I don't even know if he knew Lucas was in the car. Just opened the back of my car and just started throwing all his crap in, just throwing it. Like the car would jostle, he was throwing all his stuff. At that point, because I continually did it, not continually, I think I maybe did it 3 times, and he has nowhere else to go, they got fed up and said, nope, either you're staying there or you're staying here. But if you're staying here at their place, it's permanent. You're not going back over there anymore. So what happens is, he pursues me.
Like recent, you kind of like lost me. Like what are you?
It was a little while ago.
But now you're talking about tension building up and that you need space. So have you been feeling that way lately, or?
Yes, see this?
Okay.
No. My thing is too, so you all know. Oh, I hate that you can't talk to her, but Dee, his ex-wife. When I say a monster, she's a monster. Like she withholds.
Why would they want to talk to the ex-wife who is where is she, Philadelphia or wherever, I forget where it is. Why? See, now she's going to start talking about jumping on his ex-wife and what a horrible person she is. I wonder if she's just trying to deflect by talking about all these other people to bolster herself up. But, they don't care about any of these people. They're just focused on Sarah. But Sarah, that's just Sarah being Sarah, I'm sure.
Their children from speaking to him. So he gets upset about that, and then she completely berates him about money, about the father that he is, what he did to her, all this other stuff. It doesn't matter. I mean, mind you, this is not been recent, but which is why he didn't even bother calling anymore, because he knows that he's.
See, so again, this isn't in recent. It's the past. And what is this doing to help her? So now she's defending George. She's saying what a horrible person his ex-wife is, but yet she's supposed to be the perfect person for George. Again, all this stuff has nothing to do with it. That, I guarantee, is the same problem Patricia Cashman, and I'm sure some of the other attorneys had with her. Has nothing to do with what they want to get from her.
she's going to answer and he's going to have to talk to her, so therefore he can't talk to his daughter. The other time he talked to her, made her talk to Cookie. That's on my cell phone too, so you can see it.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
They don't care about that.
It doesn't matter.
What does she have to do though with anything about
see, thank
what
you.
happened Sunday and into Monday?
Thank
Like,
you.
no, I'm just saying, like, previously,
Okay.
why the incidents, what happened is she plays a big part in it.
Okay.
On top
Oh,
of
so
that,
is she trying to say that, is she trying to blame the ex-wife for Sarah putting George in the suitcase? I wouldn't put it past her. She's going to blame everyone. Oh, I think she would, and it's horrible to say about a mother and a child, but she'd probably throw her own son under the bus. Come on.
and money and groceries and all that.
Okay.
Sunday, when I tell you this, I have no idea. I have no idea.
Is there anybody else at the house?
No, it's just me and him.
Since talking yesterday, do you remember any like timelines better? Like what time you guys were playing? What time he was zipped up in the luggage? What time you went upstairs?
We started because we cleaned the house a little bit, did some laundry.
You started the activities around 4, you said?
Yes, around 4:30ish, and then.
You just said that it was dark when you were playing hide and seek, and I'm just curious
Yeah.
if you remember.
But when we were outside, that's where we would start
Mhm.
and talk about things, and then eventually I was the one that had him come inside, so we could
About
do
what
stuff.
time, do you remember what time that was, is what she's asking.
Yeah, come on, stay on track, Sarah.
And you said you went up to bed around midnight, fell asleep around 12:30ish. But those are the only times I have. So I have 4 and I have midnight. So there's a big gap. So I'm just curious, like, if you recall when you went upstairs to hide in the shower, or
Like when we started to play hide and seek.
yeah.
Well, we went inside probably about, if I had to guess, we weren't out there too long. Maybe about 6-ish. Then.
You're talking about from hanging out outside and like, okay.
Well, we have 2 beach chairs that are out there and
Right.
just enjoy the weather.
Gotcha.
Plus it's starting to get dark and gnats and mosquitoes.
Yeah.
So let's go inside. I don't want to be out here anymore.
Okay.
All right, let's go. So we're doing whatever. We did it for a while because that puzzle, I don't know if they took it or they saw it.
Nobody cares about your
Worked
damn
on the
puzzle.
puzzle again, finished it. Started to paint. Well, started listening to music for a little bit. Started to paint. Can we turn the music off? No problem. Started to talk, paint, whatever. Maybe, gosh, that puzzle, we worked on that for probably a good hour and a half. So 8 o'clock-ish?
Is when you went to hide upstairs originally?
No, that's when we were like painting. So then it's like, okay, well, I don't want to paint anymore. Let's just, come on. Okay, you want to play hide and seek? What he does is, okay, tag, you're it. So it's like, okay, we know. Okay, take off.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we did.
And then you went upstairs, and then he didn't come up, and you came down, and the suitcase was there originally because you guys were planning to do donations, so it was already there. Have you guys ever played you said you played hide and seek like probably 3 times in your relationship?
Mm-hmm.
When you have played, have you ever zipped him up in a suitcase prior?
No.
Okay. So it was just kind of like that prop was there, and it was there,
Yes.
and it was in play because...
Why do you say it like that, though?
I would never.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. She goes, no. That's kind of telling on herself a little bit, I think. Like he said, why are you saying it that way, like that?
Do that.
You would never zip them up in a suitcase?
I mean, we were playing.
No, I know,
that
but
time, but
I'm saying, I'm talking about hide and seek, which is a game, so...
the suitcase originally is in our closet, buried all the way to the back.
We now have to know the history of the suitcase.
I know the.
Do you remember making any videos or maybe having any any photos, videos that you remember doing on your phone on Sunday? No.
I think I took a picture of a dog.
Okay. But your phone is password protected, you have the password, he has the facial recognition, so it's not like someone else could be on your phone.
No, I have both.
But you have the face and the password.
Yes.
Yeah, but he only has the face, correct?
No.
to be able to get onto your phone, you told me that he looks at the phone.
Oh, I misunderstood. I thought you were asking if I did. Yes, it's me.
Okay. Does he have access to your phone? Because you said it's your phone. Okay, how does he have access?
Sarah, can I borrow your phone? Yeah, it's right there on the kitchen counter.
Okay, but how does he get into it? Because it's password protected.
He'll come and get it to me, and I'll just do the face thing. Where sometimes, too, like, he'll joke with me and say, okay, I need to borrow your phone. And he'll hold it while I'm cooking or doing something, do the facial recognition.
Okay, so he doesn't know the password, and he doesn't have the facial recognition.
No,
He is the only other person that would use your phone, I'm
Yes.
assuming, other than...
Well, Lucas.
Right.
Mm.
So Lucas
Narrowing
was
that
there
down.
Sunday, right. So, to your recollection, no videos on Sunday?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
I mean, I get my son, I maybe took a picture of them, the two of Tess and
The dogs.
and George and had them dancing, but I mean, it's just Tess.
That would be a sight.
Okay. So I have something that I want to show you that we found, and it was from your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see it?
If you need to move it around, go ahead.
Mm-mm.
No, I don't remember that.
For everything you've done to me. For everything you've done to me.
Your battery's about to die.
Shut it down.
Saved by the dying battery.
Let me.
The battery doesn't last very long.
Yeah, it used to last a lot longer than that. I don't know what happened.
Okay. Let me just grab something.
All right. No, I was just simply asking because you had a look on your face when she asked you if you've ever done that before. You looked kind of shocked and,
No.
okay, but why did you say it like that? Like,
I don't think you all understand who I am. Where,
well, tell me.
I mean, I've always been a straight-A student. I am an outstanding
Stop.
mother to my son. I excel at everything.
And this has what to do? Again, I think she's deflecting. Does she think that people who make straight A's, which she may have done, and who are outstanding mothers to their son, I don't think that so much, aren't capable of stuffing somebody in a suitcase and letting them suffocate? Is that her thinking?
I would not do that.
You wouldn't lock somebody in a suitcase?
Well, I didn't completely lock it. I mean, I opened it with one finger. I left enough in there for us to get out.
Okay.
And I wasn't planning on going upstairs and going to sleep.
Okay.
But you did.
No, it was just the way you said it.
You guys are scaring me.
Why?
We just want you to watch this. This came from your phone. Don't you want to know what's on it?
Yes, please. Is it long? Because I don't know how much I can take.
She's so impatient.
I don't know how much I can take.
I don't know how to find her.
Do I have to watch this? I continuously throw up. I don't sleep. I don't want to see it, if that's okay.
Well, it's on your phone, and you can either explain it or we take it for what it is.
Yeah. We're just trying to give you the opportunity to tell us what's going on. That's it.
So you can spin that one, Sarah.
It's that long?
2 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
For everything
She's
you've done to me. For everything you've done to me. Fuck you.
And it's
Fuck you.
that's you, your voice.
Stupid. That's my name. Don't wear it up. I can't fucking breathe, man. Yeah, that's
please. Okay.
Last time we talked to you, you had said that you put him in the suitcase, you had 2 fingers hanging out. And you
I
went to
flipped him
bed.
over.
Oh, she just
I flipped
admitted.
him over, and that's where it was.
I thought she said she didn't touch him. Wouldn't flipping the suitcase with his person in it be considering touching or doing something? Sarah. This is looking bad.
There's 2 different videos and a still picture where, yeah, it shows you flipping him in different positions.
Wow.
And him saying that he can't breathe. And you saying, fuck
So
you.
this is upside down. So in order for him to have gotten into it,
It was flipped up.
right, it was flipped up normal.
Yes.
Like as if you're packing something. So this is upside down.
Guys, this is killing me right now.
So this image is upside
See?
down.
So she does remember that she flipped him over. Interesting.
And then this small video that occurred 11 minutes later, it's flipped over the other way, closer to your dining room table.
Okay.
Now he's obviously still in there. So he didn't, how did it go from the back to the front?
I flipped it.
Okay.
Why did you flip it,
My plan
Sarah?
was not to go upstairs and go to sleep,
Was your intention to flip it?
Yeah.
but not intentional.
No, you told me you went upstairs because
Look,
you were
Stop
getting
here.
ready for bed.
stop here.
Okay, but
Where's here?
show me where you can see any fingers coming out, because there's the end.
It's, and his head's right here.
Mm-hmm.
So going like this, rather than going all the way up, it's like this.
But why is he saying I can't breathe, and why is he pushing on it as if he can't get out?
And it doesn't show a hole.
There's no hole. There's no fingers. I don't see his fingers. There's no hole.
Look at her freaking
I don't
out.
know what you want me to tell you. Like, I don't know, like, what you want me to tell you.
I'm just showing you. I'm just telling you what we see and what we've heard from the
I
other video.
understand. I understand.
He's begging for you to let him out. You're laughing in the beginning, and then in the end, it sounds kind of like a.
No, it's not malicious.
Well, saying fuck you,
It's not malicious.
what is that?
What
Yes.
does fuck you mean to you?
Well,
Like if I were to tell my
like he
partner.
does. Like, I get told everything but a white woman, so
Okay.
my intention was.
Again, she's talking about what people do to her. Who cares? What does this have to do with George? This is why she can't get along with her attorneys. She wants to put a lot of crap in there that is useless, even though she thinks it's important for her or to her, but it's not.
Not to leave him in there. Please understand that. My intention was not to leave him in there. But you,
Okay, do you notice that as she gets more like agitated and maybe she feels like she's kind of being cornered or trapped, I don't know, whatever she, her voice sounds a lot more shrill and defensive and a bit angry. Imagine, I mean, it depends. I know some people, when they drink a lot of alcohol, could be more cheery. Generally, more people are going to be more angry, I think. I could be wrong, but I would imagine so.
You went upstairs thinking that he could get himself
Yes.
out, but the video shows.
That's what I
at no
told
point
you.
can I see his fingers.
He'll
it
be out
looks
here any
like-
minute.
And then
Yes.
30 minutes later, he didn't show.
And he's telling you.
And I
he
didn't
can't
wake
breathe.
up.
Awful.
Do you think
Not
he's
able to get out.
joking? You told me he was laughing, and
We were
the
before.
video, there's no
When we first got
laughing.
in there,
There's no laughter.
both of us were.
So how long was he in there for? Like, this video is at 11:12 when it starts, so was he in there for like a long time prior to you
No.
recording this?
No. No.
So it goes from funny to no longer funny,
But I
you're
didn't.
the only one laughing.
But I didn't think that he was, like, panicky. Like,
You
So
can hear
pushing
it.
up on a suitcase saying, Sarah, Sarah,
Yeah.
Sarah,
Thank you.
I can't breathe.
George has done that in the past before, too, where it's just, like, he thinks that he's woe is me kind of thing, where it's like, I don't
He's
think,
never been locked in a suitcase, that's
No.
why he couldn't
Well,
get out. So,
wow.
it's kind of, I thought it was
And
the
you
boy
know the oxygen
crying
and
wolf kind of thing.
Come
And
on.
again, my
but,
plan,
but nowhere in there is he laughing, is he joking. He is begging. And
Begging.
you're the only one laughing. Okay. And you're the only one saying
Panic is setting in. Look at her.
derogatory
Look at her body language.
comments. Like you're mad.
No. Please don't, I don't mean to sound negative, and I don't know if I can say this, but like, it's like you guys are kind of trying to like feed me. Like,
No, I'm just trying to show you a video that you no longer want to watch because you probably don't want to know the outcome of how and what you said.
well, I know what,
You know what's on that video now?
No.
You remember making that video?
oh,
Why don't you remember making the video?
probably because we had been drinking.
But you weren't drunk.
Right. That's right.
Just because I went upstairs and, just because you're drunk doesn't mean that you,
I think she's trying to blame
you had your
alcohol
wits about
now.
you. You said he had his wits about you.
Mhm.
You said that you don't like not having your wits. In my experience, if somebody cannot remember doing something to the extent of making 2 videos and taking a photo, they are intoxicated.
okay, I understand where you all are coming from.
Well,
I
we're
get
just
it.
trying to make sense of it. We're trying to
get it.
figure out
We're
what
trying
you're
to
saying.
figure out this
You
video.
explain it to us. We're listening.
I just did, like, we were playing, and then, like, I thought it was, my plan was not to go upstairs and go to sleep. My plan was not to, he'll be up here any minute.
But you
again-
willingly went upstairs and went to sleep. No one forced you to go upstairs and get
My
ready
plan
for
wasn't
bed.
also to leave him in the suitcase,
So why didn't you take him out?
Yeah.
because I went upstairs, and then I fell asleep.
But why didn't you consciously think he's asking to come out?
I didn't do it intentionally.
What do you think is going to happen if you leave somebody in a confined space like that?
Well, I thought by not giving it up all the way, it would be okay. My plan was not to leave him in the
So what was
suitcase,
your plan?
waiting for him to come upstairs.
And then when he did it?
I fell asleep.
You said you were up there 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, somebody not coming up.
Knowing that the last time you saw him was in the suitcase, 30 minutes later, you're like, maybe I should go check on him? Maybe I shouldn't?
No.
But that didn't cross your mind because
That's
it
like,
didn't happen.
that's like an assumption. Like, that's what you all are thinking. Just,
We're asking.
it's the
You
whole,
tell us.
it's the drinking.
Wait, what? Wait, the drinking. You said you all had a bottle of wine and that was it. You want to keep your wits about you. George is a belligerent drunk. It's always him doing the drinking. You act as if you don't. And now, suddenly, again, she's going to blame somebody else or something else. This time it's going to be the alcohol. But see, this just makes her, in my opinion, look a lot worse.
That's what it is. It's the drinking. I thought it was like, I thought he was okay. Like, I didn't, that, you
He's
all,
telling you he's not. He's telling you, Sarah, I can't breathe. He's saying your name and you're like, that's my name, don't wear it out.
Ooh.
guys, that's how we are with each other. Like,
Oh,
he
really?
has, nobody understands our relationship. This whole suitcase thing never happened before.
Would you leave someone else in a suitcase? Would you leave Lucas in a suitcase jokingly? Because it was a
No.
joking matter. You put him in there jokingly. Would you leave Lucas jokingly in there? And you love Lucas, right? And you
I
love
wouldn't do
George.
that to him either. I wouldn't do that to him.
So I just
Well, it's not like, again, I don't think you all understand. Like, it's,
I mean
it's not that was not my intention.
Well,
Y'all don't have any idea what
by
I've
your
done for
actions,
him.
But by your actions,
Oh.
that's exactly right.
Wait, you have no idea what I've done for him. I almost feel like that she can justify what she did to him by keep bringing up all that she did for him. That's bonkers. So they're just reminding her of this thing she said, and the male detective was continuing to say, well, a person can only take so much of it, and you were explaining to him, that's how I feel when you cheat on me. And Sarah goes, oh, well, it was just on the phone. It was just on the phone. and both of the detectives say, well, that's still cheating. But now she's trying to say, you know, that now she's trying to flip it over and make it say, no, things weren't bad. Mm-mm-mm.
And you told
I don't know
Bucky.
this is,
What would you say if somebody told you that they had done this?
done what?
Zip somebody in a suitcase and went up and went to bed.
Do you all not think, so you all think that it's like, oh good, I got him in there, now I'm gonna go to sleep? Is that what you guys are trying to assume? Or trying to like,
Or just the video is very portraying of the opposite of what you told us.
no.
It is not leading up, it is not matching what statement you gave us in the car.
Wasn't a
So
good day.
That's why we want to know,
And I don't
the
remember
injuries.
doing those.
the injuries are not consistent with what you told us. So we have a lot of inconsistencies, and this video explains itself. It really, truly does.
You don't think that I had thought about that?
Thought about the video, or thought about...
But no, again, if you don't mind, please. So you
Whoa.
all are assuming that,
Did you hear that attitude? If you don't mind, please. And she keeps talking about Patricia Cashman's snotty, rude, disrespectful attitude. Listen to her. Wow.
it's like, oh good, I got him in there, now I'm gonna go to sleep? Is that
Yeah.
what you all are assuming?
Pretty much.
Well, it's not an assumption when that's what you told us, so that happened.
That's what happened.
And the video,
Yeah.
I mean,
But I'm not gonna say,
you thought he could
Go
get out on his
yes.
own, but the video shows that he can knock it out on his own.
but when I unzipped it with one finger.
From the outside.
But it had the hole in it.
And you're claiming that it had a paper clip, so that's what assisted you in doing it.
No.
That's what you told us.
When I had my sweatshirt, I said I thought it had a paper clip on it.
Oh,
It's
she's
got,
changing
The
the story a
zipper
little
part
bit.
is broken, that
yes, which is why we were gonna
broken.
zip it.
Yeah.
I just,
You were able to unzip it from the outside very easily, because that's the way they're designed.
but you could on the inside too.
Well,
I
apparently
don't
not.
know
But
how,
why wouldn't he have gotten himself out if he could? He was
I don't know, like, I don't know if
asking.
you saw, like, where the hole was. I don't
I
know.
didn't see a hole.
No
I
one
didn't
sees
see
the
no
hole.
fingers
You're the
sticking
only
out.
one that.
No
That's what I'm
fingers
saying.
sticking out.
Like, he's in one position, and where his head would be, we should be able to see fingers. And then when it's flipped over onto this right side, again, his head is closer to us facing the video, so we should be able to see fingers, and we don't see anything. We see no movement of him trying to unzip it or physically unzipping it. All we see is pushing up, trying to push out of it.
Please do not assume.
I'm not assuming. I haven't assumed anything. I follow evidence.
But my intention was
Good,
not,
follow evidence.
again,
Yep.
oh good, I got him in there, now I'm just gonna go to sleep.
What do you think someone that knows nothing about this, or hears just a little bit, like, oh, they were playing around in a suitcase,
She's been drinking,
and then
and
watches that
probably went
video?
to sleep. That's what happened.
But you let him out before. I mean, you put him in, so why didn't you take him out?
Because I was upstairs and I fell asleep.
No, before you went upstairs. You, like, consciously had to walk upstairs. You obviously remember going to bed because you were able to give me a time frame on that. And you specifically told me that you
I
went
don't-
upstairs.
My intention is not for this to happen. I am sick about it.
I bet.
I've never done anything like this before in the past. I am sick. Especially with that. I thought I couldn't sleep last night. I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. You tell us the last night, you vividly remember this when you told us last night, that he was laughing, you were laughing, you put him in the suitcase, he has two fingers sticking out, and you go to bed. Now we see something totally different. And it actually shows you upset and, again, using derogatory terms to him when he's begging for his life to get out of that suitcase.
So, but my thing
you
is
say
that
we're
the-
assuming, we're not assuming,
but
we're
the
telling you
finger,
what's on there.
so it just happened to be that whenever I was videotaping or doing whatever else it was, just happened to not have that in it.
Okay. And you also, in the video, you can't see any holes. There's nowhere in that where the zipper separates and you can see a hole. If there's a hole, he's pushing on it, begging you to get out. We should probably see that hole that
He
you're
eventually
talking
would have
about.
been able to get out.
alcohol.
Based off what you're telling us, he should have been able to get out.
Okay.
But the video shows him attempting to get out, begging to get out, and he can't. So that's just what we're trying to figure out. I don't know if maybe you had too much to drink, you zipped it up all the way, and then,
I did not zip it up all the way.
Okay, well.
Okay.
I did not zip it up all the way. This is horrific, okay? Horrific.
Mm-hmm.
It is terrible.
Yeah, so they
Horrific. I don't think I'll ever be right because of this. Ever be right.
I hate to tell you this, Sarah, but you were right before this happened, I don't think.
Dealing with everything else that I have in my life, personally, and then this, whom I loved, it was not intentional. I will put my hand on the Bible. It was not intentional. I would not do that to him nor anyone else.
But
Okay.
you did.
Not intentional.
You intentionally went up to bed.
I didn't intentionally go to bed because I'm thinking, okay, good, he can
Hold
get
on.
out.
How did you not intentionally go to bed? You said you went upstairs and got into bed. That's intentionally going to bed.
Waiting for him.
And he doesn't come, but you don't go down to check on him.
So I happen to go to
Sorry,
sleep.
guys.
When I say go to sleep,
And what do you
goes
normally
off
do
or
when you
whatever
go to
you
bed?
guys do.
What do you normally do when you go to bed?
What do you mean?
What is a bed for? Going to sleep.
Right.
So you go to
But
bed to
obviously
do
you
what?
can tell too that, like, I've
You
been
go to
drinking
bed
also.
to do what? Okay. You kept telling us, hey, I wasn't intoxicated. I wasn't this. I wasn't that.
Being drunk and intoxicated, which, yes, you can tell that I had been drinking, but
Okay. So if you weren't intoxicated, then why would you ever leave somebody in a suitcase that's begging to get out, that's telling you they can't?
There you go.
if I hadn't been drinking, you still think it would be the same thing? Where it's like, hop in, I'm gonna go to sleep. Is that what you all are trying to do? To portray me
I'm not
as?
trying to do anything. I'm simply asking you to explain to me what happened.
Everything was fine and dandy.
I don't call it
Everything
fine and dandy.
was fine and dandy.
What
You
do
all don't, okay, for me to tell you this, again, mind you, I've been without him for a day now.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know, I mean, I don't know what you all want me to tell you.
Oops, I'm sorry. Well, you know, now that I stopped, I like how the detective is putting it back on again so Sarah can hear George's voice pleading for her to get him out because he can't breathe. Nice effect.
Because this was not in any way, shape, or form. Hand on the Bible, intentional.
Hand on the Bible, okay.
So you just
I
left him there
didn't
to
kill
teach
him.
You left him there to teach him a lesson?
I didn't mean to leave him there. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
You got up
They keep
and
moving the
walked
camera
away.
around,
How is
sorry.
that not intentionally leaving him there?
Because I'm looking at the hole, knowing that it's there. He'll get out no problem. Because you
And
don't.
then he doesn't,
But
but you don't go check on him. You say you're up for 30 minutes, and he doesn't come up. You don't go down and check on him?
I'm
Yeah,
in the bed.
good point.
You even moved,
And so
I mean,
off.
you admit to moving the suitcase, like, over. So
Roll it.
you roll it out, like, it's not like
I didn't want it to be like that. Don't.
you didn't want him to be upside down. How do you even get upside down?
Oh, come on. She already admitted to moving it.
You guys are killing me right now.
I
No.
just want you to hear it.
That's how he talks to me most of the time.
It's always going to be back on the other person. Tit for tat.
I don't know how you want me to say it.
I'm just trying to figure out what you would expect to happen to somebody when you leave them in a suitcase.
I didn't mean to leave him in there.
Okay.
What's your reasoning for not calling 911 sooner?
Because I didn't know what to do and how horrific it was. I called Ryan, and 5 minutes later I called you guys? Not even 5 minutes. Nonetheless, but I had to I was trying to do CPR. I had to get him out. and tried to do CPR, and then called you guys. And then was continually doing CPR with the dispatch on the phone.
Let's take a drink every time she says CPR.
Where he had me count out loud to help me focus on what I was doing.
It just, I don't know how, I mean, you can sit here all day long and say, I thought he was going to get himself out, but that he didn't, and you went upstairs, and you stayed there for 30 minutes before you fell asleep.
But can I say too, like,
You chose not to ever at any point during that 30 minutes walk back down and check on him.
no, wait 1 second, because I know, like, with you all, and then, like, because you continually ask me, like, time frames, where I told you, like, I don't bother even looking at the clock most of the time. So it's like a guesstimate. So for all I know, maybe it was 10 minutes.
Okay, I'm just jumping over to the police report. A few things either I missed in this interrogation, but this might have been another time where the interrogated her. And it may or may not mean anything, but I'm always one to want to get all the little facts because everything could matter. So the one thing I did not catch was that, where was it? Talking about painting pictures and puzzle, blah, 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 you know. As the evening, right there, I'm going to start. As the evening went on, Sarah said her and George decided to play a game called hide and seek. Yeah, okay. Sarah hid upstairs in her shower first and said George never came to look for her. See, maybe he wasn't like as excited as we thought to play. Who knows? After a while, she decided to go downstairs where she found George. Sarah and George both thought it would be funny if she zipped George in the blue suitcase that was located downstairs in the living room area that had a few miscellaneous items that they had both planned to donate. George willingly got into the suitcase, and Sarah zipped the suitcase up. Okay, I know she said she put him in the suitcase, but I think probably he did get in willing. That's just my thought. Now the rest of it, and I don't think it was premeditated, but I think once she zipped him up and then she was like, then she started thinking, I don't think it was premeditated, but then all that other stuff is very not good. Not good at all. And there was something about her phone that I didn't realize. According to this, it says that when she went upstairs, the phone was downstairs. Even though she was up, she said she was still awake for about half an hour. And let me find that part. Hang on just a minute. Okay, so let's see. Sarah laid down in her bed and fell asleep approximately 20 to 30 minutes after going upstairs. Sarah assumed George was going to get out of the suitcase and come to bed as well. Sarah said neither her nor George were drunk from the wine. Sarah woke up in the morning and heard her cell phone ringing multiple times but ignored the calls. Sarah said her cell phone was left downstairs from the night prior. I guess, typically though I would have my phone with me, but that doesn't mean she would, especially if she was intoxicated. So she said Sarah knew her ex-husband, Brian Boone, was calling because he was the only person who called her repeatedly to see if she was getting their son, Lucas Boone, from school. Sarah said she stayed upstairs for a while and assumed George was downstairs on the laptop looking for employment. I don't know, that was kind of interesting. More about that she left her phone downstairs. I guess that's a possibility. I mean, it would mean that would explain why she didn't answer it right away. But of course, when she found George, never mind about Lucas. I mean, what happened to him was awful, but you know, what if there was something wrong with Lucas? Well, that was just my take. But I don't know if I don't think I found anything else. Those are just two little things that I found from that. So she was just saying, when I cut off to go over to the police report, that she says about the time frame. She goes, I don't really pay attention to the time. For all I know, it could have been 10 minutes. And then we'll get one.
But the point is, you left the living room where he was begging for help and went upstairs. Regardless of how long you were there, you left. You say,
I thought he was the boy calling wolf. Again.
Okay.
So when he asked to be let out, like, what's your reasoning for not letting him out?
When I was upstairs?
No, when he's asking on the video, he asked multiple times. He asked to be let out. I can't breathe. What? Like, why didn't you let him out?
Well, number one, I had no idea it was going to end like that.
Okay.
Number one.
Okay.
Number two, just, you know what? I'll give you 5 minutes or so in there. I'll give you 5 minutes or so.
Oh, God.
5 minutes for what?
Did you see that look?
Based on the video, one video's at 11:12 and the next one's at 11:23, so you actually gave him at least 11 minutes per video recording.
Sarah, bad.
My thing is, when it stopped, he asked multiple times, I mean, why? Why did you not let him out? It's just a full question.
To be honest with you, I mean,
Were you punishing him?
no. Just,
Well, that's what you're saying in the video.
This is what you got, this is what you make me feel like.
see, and then it's all backfired on me. Like, it's all backfired on me. And I understand the severity of this.
He's dead.
It's awful, I know.
Okay.
It's awful. And I will tell you both this right now, too. I will never drink alcohol again.
Okay.
Like, I will never drink alcohol again. I don't.
Wow. Do you hear that? Do you hear that testimony she just made? So it leads me to believe, I mean, if you hear her voice, you know she was clearly very intoxicated. And I don't doubt that George was as well, because it sounds like he had a lot of issues with substances, alcohol. But, you know, first she's trying to say, no, it's not the alcohol. Now she's thinking, oh boy, I better blame it. And now she thinks, because I will never drink again, somehow that's going to redeem her for doing this, or redeem her from doing this. That is, she does a lot of things like this. I'll swear I won't, and that's crazy.
I don't care what it is in any way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get back to this.
Yeah,
what
let's do.
What was the reason for leaving him when he's begging to be let out? I don't understand that.
What I have a feeling was, and again, it's the whole time frame thing. You've all.
I'm not asking a time frame. I don't care about a time frame.
So,
He's in the bag saying,
my
and
God.
you say, fuck you.
For the whole few minutes that he was in there,
Minimum 11, but yes, go ahead. Just you.
11 minutes is a long time, guys.
For one video.
Well, in between the two videos.
Between the
11
two
minutes.
videos? Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the question again?
When he's begging for his life, telling you he can't breathe, let me out, and you say, fuck you, why don't you just let him out? What are you trying to prove to him?
Yeah, what?
There was obviously something in your head that you were thinking of when he was asking to be let out. You were like, no.
Again, it's the boy calling wolf.
Okay, but where does this game end? Did you say this is a game? You got
obviously the wrong way.
Yeah, clearly.
So what was your intention for leaving him in there?
And it's not fair. It is not fair. You guys.
Oh my gosh, it's not fair. I feel like I've heard something similar to that. Again, I'm thinking about how, and now I know this is a very stressful situation for her, I suppose, but think about her working with her attorneys, you know, because we already know she's penned multiple letters and talking about things aren't fair and about her rights and clearly everyone's wrong but her. And it's like, no wonder all the attorneys bailed. Now I know it was only 4, to be fair, but 4 out of 8 is still pretty awful. It's just like she's always going to shift the blame. If somebody says something bad about her, she's going to say something about George, or, and it's all about her rights. Nothing's fair. And I'm thinking, suffocating in a suitcase was not fair.
Are trying to, again, oh, he's in there, night.
Well,
that's what happened.
No.
That's absolutely what happened.
Intentionally.
How's it not? You got up off the couch, walked up a flight of stairs, and got in your bed.
Thinking he was going to get out.
And he didn't, and you still didn't go down and check
And it's
him.
the whole 30-minute thing that you guys are trying to do, whatever. It's like, for all I know, it's 10 minutes.
He's begging for his life.
Here she goes again.
He can't breathe.
I don't know what you want me to tell you. I don't. I didn't intentionally mean for this to happen.
But you can't tell us why you left him in there and went upstairs. That's my only issue. Like, what am I supposed to write? What do I write?
So my thing is, though, it's what I have a feeling is I went upstairs and just hit the bed, kind of thing. But again, I'm thinking he'll be up here in a minute. But then I go out.
But my question is, why didn't you just let him out prior to going up?
I don't know why.
He's begging to be let out. He's not laughing. He's not having fun.
Guys, I know. I don't know.
This was supposed to be fun. You were laughing before. Before you said he was laughing, you were laughing. You went upstairs. He had his fingers out of the bag and he was playing. Well, obviously that's not the case.
So are you guys? So what is it you're trying to like?
We're just trying to figure out why.
Why? What?
Why?
What was the motivation for leaving him in the bag?
Why he was left in the bag? Why did
I didn't have any motivation. It was me, he and I having a great day, fooling around and being stupid, and apparently me going upstairs and hitting the bed, not going to sleep, where it's like, I'm tired now, I'm going to go to sleep.
That's excluding, that's a good analogy for the day, excluding the fact that he's got a bump on the back of his head, a bump on the front of his head, and his lip is busted, and he has a bump on his eye.
I don't know what you all want me to tell you. Like, this is not fair at all, that you all are assuming that that's from me.
Who else is it?
Where else did it come from?
If you were, say it's opposite, you were in the suitcase and you're asking to be let out, would you hope that that person would let you out? Like, you're asking to be let out of a suitcase, should they not let you out?
Eventually. I'm guessing. I mean, I don't...
Oh, come on, Sarah.
I'm blaming it on the why.
Okay, now, don't you love it? She didn't want to say, excuse me. See what I'm talking about? It's going to be, she realizes the alcohol is the only thing, and maybe it will be. But, but people, when they're driving and mortally wound somebody from a car accident, they have to serve the time. And I think, wow, the fact that she recorded this is, I think it could have been a lot easier for her to make up her story as she is now if she had not recorded it. But, okay, she's going, I know she talks about her straight A's, that it was probably high school, middle school, that none of us care about. And maybe she's good about writing words and all that, but Sarah does not appear to be very bright. Not at all. Because I still don't get why she didn't get an attorney. But I think that's the thing. She's that, in a way, I think she's that clueless. And I think that she thinks that, she knows probably, I mean, she's smart enough to know that probably this is looking horrible. But it's just like this video. I had just said, I don't know, at this point, I don't think she believes that she's going to be arrested. I think she thinks she's going to get to go home. And then they'll question her some more. So that doesn't equal intelligence to me, at any rate.
So you guys are like assuming that,
You keep saying we're assuming, we haven't assumed anything.
but you guys are assuming that that's what I did.
No. By what
Like, this
the
is-
facts of what happened. We got there. You said you pulled him out of the suitcase. You said you went up. You went to bed. We're not assuming that. These are the facts that you're telling us.
But I'm tired. Oh, I'm tired.
Well, that's what you told me on a sworn recorded statement yesterday. Because when I said, oh, you went upstairs and passed out, you were like, no, I did not pass out. You got attitude with me because you thought I was assuming that you were drunk. So that's an assumption. That was an assumption when I said you passed out.
Ooh,
and
yeah.
That's why you corrected me.
Mm-hmm.
You're very adamant about the fact that both of you had your what's your favorite word to use?
Compass mentis.
Oh, God.
You've used it today too. To say that you guys are within your wits. There's two empty bottles of wine.
Uh-oh, 2.
We didn't drink both of them.
I think you did.
We didn't.
There's receipts for the
They were
same
both
exact guy.
purchased yesterday, so I don't
Oh,
know how you
Sarah.
because they weren't there the day before.
The one was.
Two Publix receipts from yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing purchased on either one was a single bottle of wine. 2 of them. So we have each bottle of wine that was empty in your garbage can that you purchased yesterday, or he purchased, but you two would have consumed together.
Okay, well,
I mean, there's receipts, so it's not even worth the...
so this is, so I don't know what you guys are, I don't know.
We were just hoping that we could figure out why you...
What was the motivation?
There was no motivation.
Wow.
But we're watching a video that, after talking to you, everything was laughing and fun. Now we're watching a video where it's not laughing and fun. He's begging for his life, and you are in a very angry voice telling him to fuck off.
No.
Yes,
Not.
that's absolutely what it was. It's not an assumption. The video is there. We played it for you.
So you guys think that I intentionally...
You
It
got
doesn't
up
matter
off the couch.
It doesn't
and
matter
walked
what
up
we
the couch,
think.
or walked up the stairs and got into bed. That was intentional. There's no way getting around that. You intentionally did that. Nobody drug you up there. You didn't float up the damn stairs.
Okay, well, it's not fair. It's not fair that you guys keep trying to say that that's what I
Not fair. Mm.
I don't know what to tell you.
You told us that. You didn't go upstairs?
Again, there was a hole in a suitcase. I unzipped it from the hole with one finger.
Well, the damn hole didn't do him no good, did it?
Didn't do him no
But he
good.
can push it open.
No, he
Did he?
couldn't. The video
No.
shows him pushing up.
And
If he could push it open, why wouldn't he have gotten out himself? Why would he beg you to open it?
I tell
Okay.
you, he can't breathe.
Okay.
If someone can do something for themselves, they're going to do it. They don't need assistance unless they need assistance.
So, but why would he start doing it?
Because he couldn't, because it was all the way zipped.
Didn't see it.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
I intentionally didn't do it. That I intentionally did not do.
What's that? You didn't intentionally do what?
Zip it all the way. He nor I.
Well, he's dead as a result
Lay
of your
hands
action.
on each other.
He is dead as a result
I
of your
understand that.
action. So,
That's
Do you?
why
You
this.
two didn't lay hands on each other.
No. No. I don't have anything.
You're
Oh my
right.
gosh.
He doesn't. Whatever that is, whatever it
He
is.
does.
See, this is
Oh,
what happened.
did you hear him? That, you know, you can tell that these guys are getting worn out from her. But I guess they pretty much need to let her blather on because, you know, it's evidence.
It's not fair that you guys, just because he has those, automatically blame it on me. Like,
That's so stupid.
what about when you had your injuries and he gets arrested? Is that not fair?
There you go.
Really? Like, really?
Exact same thing.
Really?
He has injuries. You have injuries. Like, what does that mean?
I don't have any injuries.
Correct.
Because
So
he
never
and I
happened to
have
you.
not been at it with one another.
So every time that you guys fight, you both hit each other? So you should have probably
No.
gone to jail all those times that he went to
No.
jail for domestic?
Well, the one time I did. But he completely trashed the police report.
Don't you love that? So the one time that she did go, again, it wasn't her fault. It was because George completely trashed the police report. See? She won't take responsibility for anything. It is, oh my gosh, can we really deal with her representing herself? Of course, the judge is going to have to shut her down, too.
Because that's nothing what happened. Because the reason my story was his. So I'm being portrayed as like this abuser.
Mm-hmm.
We're not saying that he doesn't abuse you.
Absolutely.
Exactly. I think they both were. And there's no doubt that George probably wasn't a great person. I mean, they both sound like they were just a hot mess. A hot mess. But I guess the thing difference is that he ended up deceased and she didn't. If it had been him, they would have brought him in too. So, I don't know, she's talking about how things aren't fair. And she even admits that she took him back in. That does not mean, though, that I think she deserved anything she got from him. But, you can't, they just had a very toxic relationship, clearly. But the thing is, he's the one that lost his life. We're not talking about him now, Sarah. We're talking about you.
We're not saying.
So I'm the one that's being portrayed as the abuser.
Because
I have never dealt with anything like this before. I don't know what to do, how to do it.
Clearly.
And I always know what to do and how to do it.
You're doing a bad job.
This, I don't know. So I don't know, like, what's going on or, like...
We are simply trying to find out as well. Again, we got one side of the story. You're telling us we're going with what you're saying, but then we find stuff that negates what you're telling us.
And I don't even remember doing that.
Okay.
Hmm.
You're telling us that we're assuming stuff, but what we're simply doing is telling you what we saw in the video and
I
repeating what you told us.
I understand. Because I don't remember that.
Okay? Doesn't mean it didn't happen just because you don't remember it.
So is the texting thing something about me? Like, what's...
The what? Texting? Oh, no, I'm texting.
So,
It's not about you, Sarah.
It's scaring me, so, like, I don't know, like, what to expect. I mean, I had questions of things that need to be taken
Oh my God, she has a list, of course, of questions.
What are your questions?
I have one last question. You realize you're the person that killed him, right?
I thought about that.
Okay, you left him in the bag when he's begging you, saying, I can't breathe, let me out, and you said, fuck you. And you got up off the couch and went upstairs and left him in that bag.
Not intentionally.
Again,
I would never do that to George.
you did.
Not
You haven't.
intentionally. Know that.
I don't.
Know that.
You got up and you went up to bed.
Alcohol is a shitty thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's alcohol.
Okay, now we're admitting it's alcohol.
Again,
The reason that you killed him?
you all,
Oh, look at her.
listen
Oh
to
my
me.
gosh.
You all, listen. I did not intentionally kill him.
So your intention.
I don't know what it is I need to do or how to do it or what to say or how to say it.
But what was your intention?
Everyone knows. Everyone knows.
What do they
everything
know?
that I've done for George and love him and continuously help him throughout.
Again, she thinks she's going to redeem herself by everyone knows. Do the neighbors think that she's good? Does Brian think that she helped George? Poor Brian. They lived off of the child support he gave Sarah. But did you see her starting to jump up? She's getting more like, she's like a rabid chihuahua.
His life with me and made him a happier, better person.
Everybody has their limits.
Everyone knows that.
Everybody has their limits.
So it's like, okay, so while we're in a good place right now, I'm gonna snap. Is that what it? While we're in a good place right now.
Yes. Absolutely. I got you on video screaming, fuck you.
You can't deny the
This is what
truth.
it feels like when you're choking me. This is what it feels like.
Which was however long ago. You
The
said.
videos was from last night.
Clearly,
So what did that?
Feels like, there's still feelings towards it. You wouldn't
For sure.
say it if you didn't feel it.
But I would never do that.
But it happened, and you did.
But you
But
did.
that's after being playful
But no one's
and having
laughing.
a good day.
No one's laughing except you.
Everybody's having a good day. Oh, I'm sorry?
I would hate to see a bad day.
Y'all are making me out to be a person that I'm not.
They're going by
Or
her.
will I ever be?
Or are you a different person when you're drunk?
People have different personalities after they consume alcohol.
It depends.
Because you're sober now, so sober you,
Nice
but what
person.
about drunk you?
I don't know that she's that nice.
It's both of us. It's both of us. And it's not fair that you all are assuming that the marks that he has on him are from me.
They have to be from her.
I have no idea.
Well,
Oh,
nobody
boy.
else was there, so nobody else was
I have no idea.
Mm.
I swear I did not lay a hand on him.
Okay. You just zipped them in the bag.
Nor he.
You just zipped them in the bag.
And be the suitcase.
And then you flipped the bag around.
Yep, that's right.
Several times.
Flip the
I
bag.
didn't do that intentionally.
You didn't intentionally flip the bag around?
No. Why would I do that?
What?
Good question. You did.
When he was upside down.
Right.
Well, you had to put them upside down.
You can't get in a suitcase upside down.
Oh my
because
gosh.
Oh my
When
gosh.
you put the
See,
stuff
and that's the
in where his
unfortunate
body was.
That's the unfortunate thing too, is nobody else was there. That's the
We have a
unfortunate
video
thing.
showing the suitcase in several different positions. So it shows, one, like she just said, it had to been on its back with the lid open for him to get in there, for you to zip it up. Then it shows it on the other side with him in it, so you had to flip it to there. Then there's another video where it's on its back again, so you had to flip it
I'm
to
leaving it like this, please. I'm leaving it like this. I did not intentionally do this. No malicious content or effort was towards this. No malicious.
I would
I'm
say
disappointed
does that
too.
help you sleep, but you're not sleeping, so.
Last night, I maybe got an hour.
Who cares?
In
We
your
don't care.
voice, you can hear the maliciousness. The fuck you is very, very...
You don't talk to people like that. That's not like a common like,
Nope.
hey Scott, fuck you.
Thank you.
That's not common. It's not something people do. And no one that sees that is gonna think that.
Okay.
So we were trying to give you an opportunity, and it is what it is.
There's no maliciousness towards
Okay.
that.
So I would probably be calling myself that too after that video.
My intent was not for that to happen.
But you went upstairs and went to bed. Or maybe you passed out, I don't know. Whatever.
Waiting for him. And the whole time frame thing, it's like, it's regardless, that's not really fair.
Regardless, waiting for him, it's not like you walked up the stairs. You can't fly up the stairs, no one can take you up the stairs.
Okay.
You go up the stairs, you lay in the bed, and you wait for him. Who cares if it's 5 minutes? Who cares if it's 30 freaking seconds? He's begging for his life. He's begging to get out. You go upstairs.
You leave them.
It doesn't matter. So get the time frame out of your mind. It doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because there's this. So it doesn't matter anything what it is I say. So it makes no difference whatsoever.
It's just you're lying and like you're now changing
Who's
your
lying
story.
about what?
You're now you're drunk.
Oh, I never said that I was drunk.
Oh, but now she's blaming the alcohol. See, remember? Don't you remember she called Patricia Cashman a liar? I'd say lying pretty much fits the bill on this one with Miss Sarah.
Exactly, but you did hear today. That's okay.
You said earlier.
Everything recorded.
Alcohol.
You blamed it on the alcohol.
You blamed it on the alcohol.
Yep.
Alcohol does a lot to people.
Yes, but I never said I was drunk.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
You did this-
You know
you did
what?
this sober.
Sarah, I know, I keep jumping in, sorry, but Sarah wants her cake and eat it too. You know, whatever's going to fit her story the best, that's what she's going to use. But it just isn't working well for her. See, this is what tells me she's not that smart. And still, I see no sadness, no remorse for George. You know, I think if she had said, I mean, she probably still would have, but I think it would have gone better for her if she really was remorseful and said, I didn't mean to. It had to have been the alcohol. I mean, it sure sounds like it in there. Now, I don't know if it would have gone any better, but it's just like she does not have any remorse. I don't think she really, you know, like what I think most narcissists are. They really don't care about anyone but themselves.
You knowingly left them down there sober.
I have already told those of you also that we were both drinking.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But you want to admit that you were drunk. Is that?
I'm telling you all both. This has changed my life. I will take this. I don't know.
Yeah. That's a true statement.
Absolutely. But you're trying to dance around the fact that
But what are you? Okay, just.
You left them in there. You're trying to dance around the fact you left them in there.
This is not.
You didn't leave them in there?
It's not cool. Like, this is not.
No,
cool.
it really isn't cool.
He's
No.
dead. It's
But
not
you
cool.
think that I did that intentionally? You think that I did that intentionally?
You intentionally left them in there and left the room. You went upstairs to a different room.
You intentionally did that.
You did.
Yes.
Because I'm thinking he's gonna get out.
Okay, and he didn't.
Obviously not.
Somebody's begging, saying, I
But
can't
when you
breathe.
say that though, wait, you have to.
Please let me out. I can't
Y'all
breathe.
don't know George though. Like again, I thought it was the boy crying wolf. So it's just like what?
Oh, so if your son was in there and said, I can't breathe, are you going to open it, or is he 9, so he's not,
Really?
it's not a big deal? I'm just valid question.
Oh, you said you would never put your son in a suitcase. You would only put George in there.
No, George got in the suitcase.
And you zipped it up.
Not all the way and not intentionally to leave him there.
But that's what happened. But you keep going away from it.
I don't know.
That's exactly what happened. You went to bed, woke up the next
Are
day.
you all trying to have me admit that? Like, are you trying to have me admit that? Because I will never admit it because it's not true. It's not true.
I'm basically stating as a fact because that's what happened.
Okay.
You videotaped him asking to be let out. You go upstairs.
So what, guys? So what? Like, just, I don't know what you want me to say other than it was not out of maliciousness or intentional. I don't know what or how I can say it. I love George. Love him. To this day still.
It's only been today.
Love makes you do crazy.
It doesn't do, it's not one of those things where it's like, oh gosh, you know what, I've done enough for you at this point. I never gave up on him.
Okay.
Why I'm here today, I'm still not giving up on him.
Well,
I would do anything for him.
Well, you gave up checking up on him.
ooh, burn. Didn't like Mother Suitcase. Like, these two are pretty good.
We're simply just trying to go through. I mean, again, you gave us a completely different story that you churched up to. This was such a lasting matter.
It was fun.
How about
All
Oh
day.
my gosh. Oh Lord.
Anybody looking at it doesn't, I don't think anybody would look at that video and go, George is having fun right now.
So why is it you all think that y'all don't know me, you don't know me.
Nope.
Would do something like that, especially having a 9-year-old son.
What does that mean?
Like, why? Like,
Why are you so, like, caught on what we think?
Yeah.
when, because
You should be
it's
more
like,
concerned about what you told us.
it's because it's like you guys are like trying,
The things that the video shows that are opposite of what you told us, and then what you've now
like
told
what
us.
is opposite?
Well, you said that it was funny, and you're the only one laughing.
We were playing before that.
Okay.
But then it stops.
Yeah.
It obviously stops being fun.
Well,
Because you're screaming at him. He's
I'm
begging to get
screaming
out.
at him.
Sounds like screaming at me.
I don't know what you all want me to tell you. In no way, shape, or form was this intentional. At all. Ever.
Okay. Are you still gonna allow us to do your fingernails?
Go for it.
Go for it. Okay, cool. All right, I'm gonna get that set up. Do you need any more water?
No, but when you come back and I ask about this,
Yeah.
Oh my God, she has her list of questions.
so what?
Just don't understand.
So it
I don't
wasn't.
understand how your story changes so much to the
How
fact
is
that
it changing? Please help me explain. Understand.
you went on about how this was such a playful thing that you guys were laughing, and it probably was for a few minutes, but then it obviously changes. The whole demeanor of this whole situation completely changes. It's not the funny, laughing matter. He's not laughing at all.
I didn't think he was being serious.
Come on.
You absolutely sound serious.
I didn't think so. Like, just...
You don't think your voice, you sounded serious?
It's, okay. I don't know what you want me to tell you. It was a great day. It didn't end well, obviously.
I was gonna say that.
Clearly.
I can't explain to you how horrific it was to find him. Horrific. Because I don't remember taking those videos.
Okay.
How horrific. I'm thinking he's in the bathroom. I'm thinking he's downstairs in the laptop. I can't find him. So what's gonna happen?
Here's what gets me though, is you don't remember taking videos, you don't know where he is, you don't remember him being in the suitcase, and you're still telling me that you had your wits about you. How does someone have their wits about him when...
See, that's the thing too. But you can clearly tell that I had been drinking some.
See how she flip-flops? Yeah.
I had several people that came up to me in that apartment complex said that you were drunk on a daily basis.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. Right.
Regularly.
Right.
Really?
Right. Talk to the property manager. Talk to the property manager.
Okay.
Because it's not...
These are your neighbors, the ones that live next to you. Your property manager does not live next to you. They see you every day. How many, you had two neighbors you went to and asked to go to the restroom?
That is just not fair.
Hold on. You had two different neighbors that lived directly next to you. You asked to use the restroom and they told you no and turned you away. You had to go across the way to somebody else.
No, okay. Kim and Kim is not a nice person.
Okay.
She's just automatically not nice.
Of course she isn't.
Me and Lucas went over there and introduced herself. She's just not a nice person.
Then why would you think she would let you use a restroom?
Because Eli was in there.
Deflect, deflect, deflect. Kim isn't a nice person. See? Anytime she feels like somebody is attacking her and her character, she's going to turn around. It's that tit for tat. She's going to say, oh, well, she's a terrible person. What does that have to do, whether Kim is a terrible person or not? What does that have to do with what Sarah did? Nothing.
Eli comes over and talks to us sometimes, which I think pisses Kim off because
I'm sure.
He comes over and talks to us. The two of them, they're like super standoffish all the time. My neighbors down the street, down the way, their toilet was broken. They had stuff in the bathroom. So then they're like, go over there and try over there. I wouldn't let somebody go upstairs and use my personal bathroom. That's what the downstairs one is for.
If it's somebody you like, would you? Somebody you knew.
They're in the process of doing all this stuff in the kitchen.
Sarah
And
is
there's
such
stuff
an
in the
idiot.
bathroom and the toilet doesn't work. Just walk across the way. No problem. And of course they let me in. Them and them, they're together. They're family. And nonetheless, if you really want to know, and I hope it doesn't get them in trouble, but he is over here illegally.
Oh my gosh. Do you see that? Again, throwing someone. Oh, I hope it doesn't get him in trouble. Of course, and again, it's not about if somebody's here illegally or not. This is a much bigger thing than that. And she's just trying to take everyone down with her, and it just makes her look more stupid.
And they said no.
No, she said no. And like I said, she's not a nice person.
What are your questions?
Yeah.
I can help you with.
Who's coming?
To do the fingernails.
You said that we finished.
Oh gosh, what are her questions? I can't wait to hear this
And
one.
you don't have to allow us to do it, just so you know. So, don't think that
I don't have a problem.
Okay. Just make sure.
So, am I getting my phone back?
No.
Not today.
What about Lucas's laptop?
Not today.
You know what's funny? Remember, guys, that in these letters and everything, she's still asking about her damn phone. That is so crazy. Why? Why can't I have it? I'm sure she'll ask. Oops, sorry.
What does that mean?
We're still going through everything.
Oh, that's fine.
You're the one just telling us there's videos that we need to see on it. So
That's
we
right,
have to do
Sarah.
our due diligence that we go through everything.
See, and that backfires on me now too, because now you all think that I had even more, in quotes, intent to do what I did.
She keeps
then,
trying to
which
tell
was not
them
intentional.
what they think.
What's that?
In that. Is that correct?
She's asking about your tag in your hand.
No, but I'm asking if that's correct.
No, I'm not gonna
Well,
agree to
I'm
anything
sorry.
that you're saying. I'm not, that you're.
So, his probation officer,
Mm-hmm.
do you all inform her or do I need to call her?
We
What?
don't have to inform her, so if you would like to call her, you can. Are you saying because he's still on probation?
No, but because of the nice lady that she is and all that she's
My
done for him,
God.
I didn't know how it was.
Legally, we just have to tell his parents, and we don't go telling,
Everybody else.
I didn't even know who his probation officer was, so no, I wouldn't go tell.
So the same thing for classes. I mean,
Okay, why? Why is she going to ask if she can call and tell the probation officer and his classes about something that she is allegedly, of course, at this point, involved in? Well, she is involved in it. That is stupid to me. That is so incredibly stupid. Why? How is she gonna explain that? She is just so into everybody else's freaking business. It's incredible.
do that too.
Classes.
The
To do what?
substance abuse class and his battery intervention.
Yeah, we
Something
don't
else I
have to
was
call
curious
her.
to ask. So, other than this, so initially, what was the cause of death?
She is still pending because she wants to hold the body for an additional day to see if more of those bruises turn into something bigger. And she's doing some other tests that she's got to do. So she's pending it for now.
So, and that couldn't have been of him being in the suitcase? Or
That's
y'all
what-
are saying that I
that's what-
physically did it?
That's what she's determining.
So,
The ones on the head, I asked her, could that have been from the suitcase, and she said she didn't think so.
I didn't touch him, nor did he touch me. I'm leaving it at that. So, I don't know if you all know how to do this, because so that's what I was get ready to ask you. So, are you all updating his parents today, or when you get the final whatevers?
What does it matter? What?
Yeah, that's not any of her business or
What we
concern.
tell his parents, what do you mean?
Because
We're gonna talk with them.
okay,
I have to.
but it's gonna come
like,
down to me.
Ugh, me.
What do you mean?
Like, so it's being put on me.
Who
Put
said
on
that?
you.
But I'm not, so what is it you would tell them?
We're gonna give them an update, just like we gave you an update on their autopsy.
Okay, so it's whatever
Well,
bruise
here's
and
the thing.
whatever on the head.
We had to deliver news to them last night that their son was dead. There's not a whole lot of conversation that goes on after that. It's not a very easy thing.
Was
to
it
do.
yesterday or Sunday?
Really, Sarah?
Sunday. Today's Tuesday, right?
Did we not meet you yesterday? We met you yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm just asking.
What is that face?
Did we not meet yesterday?
It's a valid question.
Really? Yes, on Monday.
Okay, why'd you ask them then? She's something.
Got it.
Perfect.
Yeah, you see, they're so
I don't
tired.
know if I asked you guys or how I find this out other than talking to his parents, which
What?
is not gonna happen.
Yeah, probably a terrible idea.
Yeah, definitely a terrible idea. Oh my
Well,
God.
how do you guys suggest me finding out about the funeral?
What? Well, does she think that she would actually attend? Surely she doesn't think she would attend his funeral. Oh my gosh.
That's not even something that's been probably talked about between the family. That's not something we asked. We have no way of.
I didn't know, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
It'd be up to them to make the arrangements of what they want to do. Like she just told you, just quick, just being told last night, I'll pretty much be willing to wager that they have not even considered what
Exactly.
My body can't even be released, so.
I've been there with parents, grandparents, and uncles.
Oh, you're so experienced. Bless your little heart. Well, see, that's right. They would be, as she should be, devastated when you lose someone. Oh my goodness. And not thinking about anything. And here she has her little list about calling this person, that person. That's why I don't see any, not an inkling of remorse or sadness for this horrible thing that she keeps calling horrific.
So I don't know if I have the right to or not, but like I was gonna call his former employees whom he really cared for and let them know.
Oh my gosh.
You can call whoever you want.
I just don't want to do something that I'm not supposed to.
Why would she call
How do
them?
I go about getting his wedding ring, engagement ring?
It's at the medical examiner's office. It'll come to us eventually, and then.
It'll be released to the next of kin.
Yeah, okay.
I bought it for him.
Oh my
That
gosh.
is a civil issue.
That is
As
so
long as finger it goes to them,
tacky.
they're the ones that are gonna release it. We don't have any say in that.
So I won't get that back.
See, right there, oh my gosh. Even though I know you can't send someone to jail or prison the rest of their lives because they're a horrible person. But by her actions, she's a horrible person worrying about the ring on his hand. I'm surprised she didn't try to pry it off his stiff, purple, gurgling body while he was lying there in the suitcase. You know, you should have thought about that, Sarah. And then, oh, I bought it for him. Oh, so I guess I won't get it back. See, these are things a normal grieving person would not think about. And for even her to have the balls to say it, wow, that's incredible. Incredible.
So for all of this, like, how do I find out what's what, how many, like, what's been found?
What do you mean?
Pillow with stain, swabs of stain from pillow, suitcase.
That will all be sent off to
FDLE.
Florida Department of Law Enforcement. They do their testing.
So, and then like whatever white can with blood and necktie with blood was from the suitcase.
Correct.
Why would you guys, you'll see it in there, the baseball bat for Lucas.
Baseball
And
bat.
the stain.
What?
And this is just.
Wait, she said baseball bat. So was there, you'll see it in there. Was there, so there was a baseball bat? There was a baseball bat. Could she have been hitting him on the head with the baseball bat? Interesting.
My phone and then the laptop.
Yeah, when anything can be released, we will release it, but we are very early in this investigation, and it's not an overnight process, unfortunately.
So, what's next?
They're gonna come and swab your fingers.
No, I'm talking about like in the long run. Like, what do I?
You go to
do
jail.
Do I need to be doing something or like?
I can't tell you like what to do.
I mean, like, so like for like I don't understand. Like, I don't know if you guys are just gonna like because it makes it sound like to me like I'm being accused of something that was not intentional. I'm being accused of it, and a handful of other things that I'm being accused of. So I don't want to be at home with Lucas and you guys show up.
Okay.
So
We're still investigating. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
So is there going to be concrete whatever it is, and then it's like, okay, this is what it is, kind of thing, or like, because I've done the whole court thing.
Oh, really?
I've done the whole attorney thing. I've done whatever. So if I'm not admitting anything about being intentional and I killed George. situation, but it's trying to depend on me.
Okay.
That was not my intent.
We hear you. They
But it's
hear you.
trying to depend on me. So
If-
however or whatever it is I need to do in order for that to be proven, then I need to do so, which is why I'm trying to get my ducks in a row.
I'd say get your attorney.
So that's why I'm asking what the next step is, other than me getting my nails swabbed.
I mean, you want me to tell you how to not be accused of a crime? Is that what you're asking?
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what you
I'm
want.
trying to prepare myself for whatever may need to be done, so I can, I guess, stick up for myself.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're doing just fine. You came, you talked.
I just don't want you guys to, again, show up and Lucas is in the house.
Well, we did tell you yesterday that we don't want to do anything around your son, hence why you came to us. So I don't know why you think that's going to change.
That and or me not just show up back home.
I'm sorry, what? That or what?
Me just not show up back home. That's what, oh, he's so happy that I'm staying over at the house with Brian. Like, so happy.
Well, I'm sure he is.
And I'm not going back to the house, to my house, for however long I can stay over here because of whatever to blow over. And again, if you don't mind me asking, so for whatever it is you all are claiming from the videos, which, yeah, is that what you're going to tell them? Like his parents? It's like, oh yeah, and by the way, she did.
Wow. Shut up, Sarah.
Did what?
I mean, what would you tell them?
I don't think it really matters what we're gonna tell the parents.
Yeah, it's not your business.
Fuel to the fire.
Oh my
We
God.
can't hide things, and I don't know, I'm not saying we're going to go, I'm not saying that we're going to go and tell them every single thing we have, but again, this is the Orange County Sheriff's Office, that's public record, so eventually, like, this all will come out. So, it does, like, I'm not, you're making it sound like we're going to tell them something, so then your life is in danger, and I don't like that accusation. So, let's just nip that in the bud right now.
No,
tell her.
that's what's going to happen.
Wow.
I cannot
What are we
choose.
gonna tell them?
But we can't even, but so technically there's no concrete report yet, even.
Well, that recording is pretty concrete. And, you know, she really does have the audacity to accuse them of, oh, if something happened from George's family, it's going to be their fault because they pinned it on her. Something that everybody can see him struggling in the suitcase and her being crazy. She really is something else.
Right. So
it's,
you want me to like
I'm
tell you
telling
exactly what I'm gonna tell them? I don't know what I'm gonna tell
them.
them. I don't know what I'm gonna tell them. Let's just leave it at that. Just like you don't know why you went upstairs. I don't know what I'm gonna tell them.
So,
Parents that are dealing with.
can I call you the way that I did last time?
Yeah, my phone is an open line.
Yeah, she's saying that because she knows Sarah won't be able to call her because she'll be in jail.
Lacey should be there. I haven't watched it.
Yeah, what's coming out.
I get it. Look, I get it. That looks really bad. So that's what scares me. Like, what do I need to plan on? Like, what do I need to plan on? I promise you, on my son's life,
Oh my gosh.
it was not intentional. I promise you, on Lucas's life, it was not intentional.
I don't know you. I can't say I know anything about you. I don't know what would be a true statement, what would not. I mean, if you're promising on your son's life, that's fine.
That's how much it means.
Sure, Lucas will appreciate hearing that.
Look, that's how much it means. I hope you take that to heart. Please.
No, you're swearing on your son's life? No, I don't believe that she will.
And it's documented that you said that, yeah. I get it.
Do you have any idea when I can get my phone back?
See, there you go, the phone again. And 4 years later, still doesn't have her phone.
Forensics unit is, got a lot of cases on her plate. I mean,
Well, and that's not technically my laptop, it's Lucas's laptop, but he plays, you'll see all the games that he has on there.
As soon as we can get that back to Lucas, we will. As soon as we can release your phone, we will. But
Not gonna happen.
we have no way of being able to tell you because we don't have control over their caseload and how they arrange what they do. So I don't know. And at this point, I think, honestly, with everything else that's going on, that should probably be at the bottom of your list of worries.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, I think that's how stupid she is. I don't think she realizes that she's not going to be able to go home. Oh my gosh. Yeah, she doesn't worry about the right stuff. For sure.
I'm trying to make Lucas happy so he can have his laptop back.
I'm sure his dad will work that out for him.
Did Ryan not have a laptop for him?
He has his laptop that he has to do for work, but he doesn't want him using it or breaking or dropping. It's not a big deal. There's nothing on the laptop anyway.
She can't be quiet for a few minutes, can she? How long will it be before she says something again?
So you will keep me posted, like updated. That's my thing, is I'm trying to figure out what I need to do in the meantime.
I don't know. I can't. Like, I don't know what to tell you though. Like, what?
But you all have more information than I do, where it's, yeah, you might wanna, or yeah, you might wanna.
Like, we have more information on what?
Like,
We told you everything that we have. You know everything that we know. And most of it we got from you.
but that, like I was telling her, like, yeah, that's bad. Like, which I swore on my son's life was unintentional. So that's why I'm trying to figure out what I need to do for myself going forward with it. Nonetheless, with his family.
Leave his
and
family
you all
out.
just showing up with Lucas in the house.
We've already both told you that we should be mindful of any situations.
So she thinks swearing that she'll never drink alcohol again, then swearing on Lucas's life. Again, she's looking for redemption for horrific things and worrying about such little things like George's family, if they're going to come after her, the funeral, the ring, her phone, which is, no, you're not getting your damn phone.
So you guys, I guess you're gonna call me tomorrow? Or do we need to come back down here?
I'll chat with you next time. I have no idea what I'm gonna call you next.
Doesn't the report come out tomorrow?
Jeez.
Our report.
I'm just saying a report is generated through us, and the sheriff's office is a public entity. So if someone were to come request something, then
No, I'm talking about, his autopsy.
she's waiting and doing more follow-up, but
She's looking at him again.
yeah.
But she won't be finished with him because she's pending further stuff.
Yeah, see, about her,
What?
I'm sorry, just a second. It's just like with her and the attorney. She thinks she is so entitled that she gets to be privy to every single thing. Her thing about, I need to be included and all this kind of stuff. I mean, what is she thinking? Why would they think they would give her the information? Why hasn't she requested an attorney yet through all of this? That's what's really stupid on her part. Honestly, I don't think it'd help her that much, but it would have, the attorney would have said shh about a lot of things. But you know what? She did it to herself.
I'm done? For now?
She's really, grasping for answers.
How long does this stuff take to get back?
The
Most
FDA
of that
results?
you won't get back. The swabs and stuff will stay.
They all know about it?
Sorry. Our dispatch center keeps calling my phone. I keep having to have other people call them to see what they need.
I hope you all can really both truly understand that that was not my intent. I miss him a lot.
Not really. I don't see that.
No more.
But my question has remained the same. What do you expect to happen to somebody when you leave them in a position like that?
Yeah, no kidding.
Yes, but you have to understand too. I know.
Just
Answer his question.
What do you expect to happen to somebody when you leave them in a position?
I had no idea because I've never done it before.
Why have you ever done it before?
Why would I?
Exactly.
Yeah. Bingo.
Why would I do it before?
Bingo.
Why did you do it now?
Bingo.
Like,
Yes, Sarah, what do you got to do? Mm-hmm.
clearly have said why. Why?
No, you don't know why. You just know that it's not intentional, but you don't know why. But that's okay.
Really?
I'm not trying to force you to say something that you don't know.
It's feeding and petting. The fact that you guys would assume that I'm that kind of person.
We're not assuming anything. We're going by the facts. It happened.
Like you said, you don't know me.
She needs it. Her attitude towards them, not good. Accusing them of accusing her when the video is right there. Very damning evidence, Sarah.
What time is it, please?
4:46.
I don't know, just sitting there and seeing him sit in silence until she speaks again is just funny, because it's just like, okay, Sarah.
So, for me to have to live with getting him out and doing what I did is punishment enough.
She feels like she's received the just punishment. Holy crap. Okay, let's see. It's an incredible statement.
I think that's why I haven't slept. Because that's all I see. So that right there says something.
What? What about poor George? What about his family? The detective, they're both so over her, as they should be.
Not my intention.
Look at her. Sarah's still got a lot to say. You can tell. The wheels are turning.
nonetheless, I have to live without him now.
Yeah.
Yep, you do.
Nonetheless,
Mm-hmm.
punishment in itself.
She's trying to give her own sentence. That's punish. Oh, yes, Sarah, you're absolutely right. What you went through is punishment enough. You get to go home and not be accountable for everything you did. She's so stupid. No, she's not that smart. No.
Definitely a tragic situation.
I am through with alcohol. It's unfortunate that stupid things like this happen.
Mm-hmm. Sure is.
Absolutely.
Nonetheless, I have to live without him now.
Mm-hmm.
His daughters too.
Are you trying to make it worse?
Sorry, what?
All he said was, nonetheless, I have to live with it. He goes, his daughters too, his children. Trying to make it worse? Well, that's a pretty, I think that's a pretty fair thing for him to say. Oh my gosh, she's soulless, I think, really.
Are you trying to make it worse?
Make what worse?
How I feel?
You probably don't care how you feel at this point.
It's gonna come out.
CSI that was there yesterday. And then she took your photos.
I'm going to skip through this unless there's anything, but I think mainly her taking doing the stuff under her fingernails. I don't think there's much talk. And I thought I was going to leave more of this out, but there's just so many things that are incredulous that she says and stupid and like, why would you say this? And really not helping her at all. So anyhow, I'm going to pick up after this. So the person who just got the stuff off of Sarah's fingernails just finished and left. Actually, I should have just played it for y'all because it was complete silence, not a word from her. But here we go.
Okay, Sarah. So, you're not free to go. Okay. Do you promise everything you told us was the truth? Or no? Everything we've talked about today?
Yes. What do you mean?
Don't act
He
stupid.
asked to swear. Remember how I swore you yesterday on the
Gosh.
audio recording? I just forgot, so he raised his hand to remind me to tell you.
Okay.
Do you promise and swear that everything we talked about today has been true and accurate to the best of your knowledge?
For which?
True and accurate to the best of your knowledge.
What, that it wasn't intentional?
Everything you've said today, everything that's come out of your mouth has been true and accurate to the best of your knowledge.
To the best of my knowledge.
Correct. Yes.
Why?
Because
That's how
anytime
you
we talk to
swear.
somebody,
Oops. Oh, God, she's so annoying.
everything that we talked about is,
True and accurate to the best of that person's knowledge.
it's not a trick question,
To the best of my knowledge?
to the best of your knowledge.
Yes, sir.
Everything that you've told us today is true and accurate to the best of your knowledge.
Yes, but it was not intentional.
Mm.
Okay. Okay.
All right, do me a favor, stand up. Need you to turn around, face the wall. Put your hands behind your back. Do you have anything in your pockets that I should know about?
No.
Okay.
Why is this happening?
Because George is dead.
Not intentionally.
He's still dead.
Oh, my
Someone
gosh.
needs to call Ryan, please.
Okay.
Demanding.
Or can I not make a phone call?
You'll be able to make a phone call.
So demanding still.
So why is this happening? So this was a trick.
No, it's not.
A trick?
I'm doing here to ask you to explain a few things to us. And
You were right, you're right.
your
Yep.
response to everything was basically, I didn't do it.
Intentionally.
Intentionally.
Still there.
So annoying.
Do me a favor. Have a seat.
Look at her looking at him.
Really?
So if I didn't show up, why is it happening?
Really?
Before y'all said I could leave,
When
that I was done after this, after that.
we were done, yes. We were done. Absolutely.
So now, so that's what it is,
We are done.
Yeah, they are so done with you.
right?
Look at her looking
Not
at him.
intentional.
Okay.
So what am I supposed to do now?
You will,
Someone needs to call Brian.
okay.
Lucas is waiting for Mom to come home.
Lucas isn't waiting that
This
hard
was
of
not
it.
my intention. I
We
thought I
know.
was waiting for you all to come and figure out what's what and how many.
That's what we're trying to do.
And I was going to be able to go home. and see
Why?
Lucas.
No.
Now he's just not going to have me come home.
No, they're
So
not.
there's nothing that I can do.
All right.
Look at her looking. You see her face? I'm telling you. Rabid Chihuahua. Look at that look. She's just so mad at him because she just, she has such that entitlement thinking because she said she didn't do it or that it wasn't intentional, that it's just going to go, poof, go away. Oh my goodness gracious. She's just not a pleasant human at all. A human I would not want to hang around with at all. Look at that look. Incredible. Incredible.
There's nothing that I can do in order to go home and see Lucas and prepare.
Not right now.
No.
You'll be afforded a time in court. You'll be afforded an attorney. You'll be afforded a chance to talk to a judge, and all that stuff will be worked out.
But what's the time frame for that, though?
Oh, wait a minute.
I have no way.
I didn't think she paid attention to time frames. Oh my gosh, she is. I say this about Daryl too, and many others that are just so stupid about it. If it wasn't so horrible, well, it is horrible, but these parts are funny because they're just unbelievable. That she sat there and went on and on, talked about how things weren't fair, and never once thought about saying she wanted an attorney. I just don't get why, if she's so smart, why she didn't ever say that, unless she just was so strong about her convictions that, everything was going to be okay. Yes, but that was dumb move.
I'll be able to tell you should make first appearance probably by tomorrow morning, if not tonight, depending how things are busy, how quickly you get down there. I don't work in
suspicion this was going to happen. And I need water, really bad, please.
Oh my gosh. Sit down, Sarah. She needs water. Really. Look at that. Oh, look at her. She's giving him the stink eye.
You all tricked me down here.
Absolutely did not.
What did you think was going to happen? I don't get it.
I just got those.
Okay. They are not allowed in the jail.
So I can't even smoke cigarettes if I go.
Oh, poor. Oh my gosh. So she just got her cigarettes, and no, she can't take her stuff with her. It's kind of like, I paid for that ring that was on George's stiff, purple, gurgling body. I can't get my ring back, and I bought it. I gave it to him. Now, my cigarettes, I just got those. I don't get to take them because I'm going to jail. So unfair. It's not fair. It's not fair. I mean, see where her priorities are? You are one screwed up lady.
What?
Look at her. Wow, she looks mean.
And what am I supposed to do with my car?
You'll be fine where it is. When you get down there, you'll have free phones. You'll be able to call.
What, as soon as possible?
Yeah, once you get down there and get booked in, you'll be able to use a phone in the waiting
But how
area.
long will that take? Because I need to talk to Brian.
You're not the only one.
How quickly they get you through? I would say within the hour. It's a free phone call in the lobby. It's a free
All
phone
I'm
call.
doing is bring you there, sign the paper, and you're all done.
She has no clue.
So can I ask you, or whoever it is, those holding cells, the holding cells, am I going to be put in one of those?
I don't know.
Last time I had a panic attack.
Let them know that.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Well, you're familiar with the big bay. As long as you go in and you act civil to them, they'll set you in the big bay. You'll be left there for
Can
a
you
while.
request that while I'm there?
No, that's not up to us. We don't work at the jail.
As long as
It's not a hotel you
If you
request
go in and
things.
act like this, you'll go in and they'll put you in the big bay. If you go in there screaming and kicking and yelling and
How
cursing
would I do
at people,
that?
I don't know.
Psh,
I'm just letting
He's just
you know
telling
that's
you.
what happens. That's how they weed people out. If you go in acting like this,
So I asked for the big bay. I had a major panic attack in the little bay.
None of us care about your panic. How about George?
I have not
So what am I going to do with my purse? Oh, sorry.
For the love
But
of God.
the cigarettes and stuff can't, so.
I put the lock up too on those.
Oh, no, it's all good. Mine are the opposite, so.
What made you all decide to do this?
They just decided to do this.
Uh-huh.
George is dead.
You guys, I knew this was going to happen.
You did? Okay.
So I came
Well,
down
we
here
did.
willingly.
Yes, absolutely.
And you think you get a pass on that because you came down willingly?
We were trying to figure out what's going on. We're still trying to figure out what's going
Unintentionally.
on. Intentional or not, George is dead.
Look at her looking at him. I love it.
You act like when you say unintentionally, that absolves you from everything.
I
Uh-huh.
forget, I have my, I don't know if it's able to be or not.
I apologize.
I have things in my car that I need to. But
You can't take them with
What kind of
you.
stuff you have in your car that you're reading out?
well, I have my medication.
Okay, they have a pharmacy there, so if there's something that you have to have right away, you'll be seeing a
It's
nurse.
panic attack stuff.
Well, again, when you get checked in, you're going to be seeing a nurse, and that they have a pharmacy there, so they'll be able to take care of any kind of that stuff. That protocol is out of my realm. I don't work down there, so I don't know, but I do know they do have a pharmacy, and that you will be afforded to see somebody. You got it?
Hold on.
Yes, ma'am. I can say that.
Well, there you go. You know what gets me is that, well, I know. I mean, we've all heard this multiple times, but I just really wanted to go through this and put it out, to think about all the things, you know, what things the prosecution will bring into this case, what things he won't, and then not intentional. And why is this happening? Please. And then for her to worry about her panic attack after thinking about how George was feeling in that suitcase, even if it was unintentional, especially if it was unintentional, why doesn't she even think or feel anything about him? I see no feeling, really no feelings about her son either. Nothing. It's just all about what somebody can bring to her. She is. I'll tell you what, when this trial happens, I'm going to have to take a lot of deep breaths because she makes me want to have a panic attack. Okay, well, I hope this was helpful and informal to you all and help us better understand, you know, what we might be looking to see when the trial happens, and how is she going to treat people going forward. And I keep looking every day because I expect to see a letter, because, you know, she complains about, oh, everybody, you know, all this information's out, but, you know, the more letters she puts out, now maybe there are people that you know, are a part of a fan club, I don't know who, but whatever, but what she puts out to me just makes her look worse. But hey, do you, boo. Okay, guys, well, I hope y'all are doing great. Thank you always for commenting, watching, subscribing, and I love you all. Be kind to everyone, be kind to you, and I'll see you the next time.